Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you were looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, then you have come to the right place. We are opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down and make it as easy to understand as possible. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interests. Most of our series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win that item at an extremely discounted rate. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune into the next available live breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at noon, 3, or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen when your specific break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Some of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes could either be shipped directly to your door or open live on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points toward specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. The moment you have been waiting for has come. Let's break some signed memorabilia.
Good morning, ladies and degenerates. Welcome into the Ultimate Autographs break room on this not so beautiful, but it's still beautiful and sunshiny in here on this Saturday morning here in the city. Beautiful Burr Ridge, Illinois. I am Rob. I'll be taking you through the entire break room today, but now without the one and only Chinmay as my wonderful co-host and producer right along my side today. So as I mentioned at the top, Chinmay, not exactly the most pleasant drive into work today. So we're a lot of scattered showers and thunderstorms here in the Chicagoland area, but I'm glad to see that you made it here in one piece.
Rain and shine, we break, right? That's kind of the motto here. You take the weather as it comes to you, and there's a saying in Chicago: if you don't like the weather, give it an hour.
Yeah. I think that can go for just about any Midwest city. But although that is not the type of plan that we want you guys to go out and attack these boxes and the breaks today, that is for sure. Welcome in, everybody. I'm glad that you are spending your Saturday morning with Chinmay and myself. Let's get right into some of these early morning breaks, guys. But, before we do that, for those that are new here, one thing that we always like to do is start with the celebratory dice roll. Now, we are always looking for a number of that being 6 or higher. Chinmay, I'll toss this over to you, or I guess I should say roll this over to you, my man. What are you feeling this morning on the dice roll?
Always feeling 8.
Always feeling 8.
Guy. Always feeling 8.
You actually missed me wearing my my Kobe shirt the other day. So yeah, I had a nice little big Kobe logo, little Mamba mentality inscription underneath. So
it's much better than the hoodie you had on last
yeah. That's definitely gonna go down as an all-time first impression for Chinmay and myself. And your alma mater got the last laugh in that matchup. So I'm sure that's something we'll talk about. But first and foremost, I should say the dice roll, which is going to be lucky number 7. So I'm going to go into 7 into the dice roll for today. So for those, again, that are unfamiliar, that is just going to be how many times we are going to end up putting your guys' names in the randomizer for today. So that is going to be our lucky dice roll for you guys this afternoon. And also the chase wheel as well. So we're going to figure out what the chase wheel is going to be for you guys this afternoon. So essentially what that is also is what we're going to be playing for. So if you guys end up buying into a certain series, let's say, for example, it ends up landing on diamonds, and we end up at any point during the 9 o'clock show here this morning, end up opening a diamond break, then you will offer yourself an opportunity, whoever buys into that diamond series, to get put in the chase wheel spin. And if you get put into the chase wheel spin, it gives you an opportunity to win a UA gift card, correct? So there you go. Now, if you're also wondering why I'm going through a lot of affirmations, this is just my third shift hosting, my second day in a row. So Chinmay, it's going to be an expert leading the blind here today. So
no, I remember my first shift hosting, and you're miles ahead of where I was.
so I appreciate that, my man. So let's get rolling here. Let's see what we got today for you lucky folks at home. And it's going to be crazy if we decide to speak this into existence, and we do. So going to be shining bright like some diamonds. You don't have to be Rihanna to play this game this morning. So going to be diamonds are going to be the chase wheel spin of choice this morning. So let me get that into the system for you folks at home. So feel free to interact with us and talk in the chat this morning. Here on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you might be. You can see the diamonds right down on the screen below is what you guys will be playing for today. Yeah, let us know how your Saturday morning is going. I know that's something that Chinmay, you and I did to start off our show last Sunday. We talked about some NFL picks. We made 3 picks coming into the week. And then we also talked about some college, which of course, we decided to not wear rival hoodies today, so going to be a little bit different on that. But before we even get into any of that, I know we want to get into why you guys are actually here first and foremost, and that is to get into the breaks of the room and to see what we have available for you guys today. So we have a lot of top hitters across the board, and we have a lot of spots that are available to get into, of course, but most importantly, a lot of new series, which is what I want to get off first and foremost. It's Saturday morning, so why don't we just naturally hop into the college lottery and talk about some of the college breaks that you guys can dive yourself into. So the college lottery series, we actually started here in the UA break room as of yesterday morning, and we've gotten some good movement on there already. So for the college lottery, we have 27 total boxes that are still available that are left. In the college lottery, 16 photoed headliners. And those 16 photoed headliners are available here. So I know for a fact that yesterday with the incomparable Robbie Lopez, I was lucky enough to see the Jerome Bettis Notre Dame and the Alvin Kamara New Orleans Saints and Tennessee Volunteer mix lid there. So I know Chinmay's nodding his head in appreciation. So just going and looking at some of these photo headliners. So 16 of them still available. And of course, this being the creme de la creme in the Patrick Mahomes Speed Flex that's available right here for you guys. So just going to show this really quick. You're going to be seeing this bad boy quite a bit. We don't want this next to me for too long. We want to be able to get through this as quickly as possible. So Chinmay, I know you know this, especially more than I do since I'm still getting my feet wet here in the UA break room. But I know that Patrick Mahomes autographs tend to go for more than most people. So I know they can go for, especially custom speed flexes such as this, can go anywhere between $2,000 to $3,000.
Yep, he's an autograph that is highly sought after, and we get him pretty frequently in the break room. But yeah, that is an autograph that is tremendously valuable right now, and should continue to be gaining value as Mahomes progresses through sort of this next phase of his career with the Chiefs, and that. Again, you got a custom speed flex, the RIP Texas Tech and Chiefs. You get kind of both elements of Mahomes, the college aspect as well as the pro aspect. That's a unique helmet. Even though we've seen Mahomes a lot of these helmets are unique in that you may have a Mahomes helmet, but it might be a standard Chiefs helmet, or it might be a standard Texas Tech helmet. But now you get a ripped version, where you have both of them.
Honestly,
I might be crazy for saying this. I don't know that that's even the best helmet in this series in terms of design.
I mean, I don't think that's going out on a limb to say that. Now, I think we all know why Patrick Mahomes would end up being the prize of that. He is the prize of the NFL right now, the three-time Super Bowl winner and MVP winner as well, and won 5 in Patrick Mahomes. And this is something that you'll hear a lot, especially if you are a current collector or somebody that's looking to get into breaks. There's nothing more valuable than an active player, especially one that's building a GOAT resume like Patrick Mahomes, because on the trajectory that he has already gone on, he's not even 30 years old as of yet. So his trajectory is only going upwards, as a lot of collectibles usually do. They appreciate in value over time. However, that can also be said, like Chinmay said, I'm going to want to get Chinmay's thoughts on this in just a second, in this college lottery. But first and foremost, let's get into the chat a little bit. Mario Cantrucci saying, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mario.
Morning, Mario.
Good morning, Mario. Good to see you, my man. So hope you are enjoying your Saturday morning, wherever you might be tuning in from. So yeah, as Chinmay was just talking about, we definitely do have some fire lids to get through in this college lottery series. 16 of those photo headliners available that still include the Ray Lewis University of Miami and Baltimore Ravens custom speed flex lid, the Josh Allen Wyoming college lid right there with the Derrick Henry Roll Tide version of his. If you want to stay with a little bit more recent college memory, how about the recent Heisman Trophy winner and a dual threat in Travis Hunter, joining his now teammate in Trevor Lawrence down in Duval County. Trevor Lawrence, the national title winner at the University of Clemson. Bo Jackson, Bo he knows quite a bit about this break room. He is now featured in the college lottery series alongside the former Oregon Duck, managed to waddle his way into the break room in Justin Herbert, the now Los Angeles Chargers great quarterback. He had a great performance week one, arguably the greatest of his career down in Sao Paulo, Brazil. How about Megatron? You're a fan of Transformers or all-time great wide receivers? This is the helmet for you, the Calvin Johnson custom speed flex, the former Detroit Lions grade. Bruce Smith, if you're big fans of defensive stoppers, the great linebacker and Bruce Smith and his Virginia Tech alma mater. Justin Jefferson, the Jettas wide receiver helmet in his time at LSU. Nice little LSU Tiger right on the side of the lid there. The Saquon Barkley pearl white with a very nice black inscription there at his time at Penn State, the former Nittany Lion for Saquon Barkley. How about if you want to go down south to the 2006 NFL MVP and former TCU Horned Frog in LaDainian Tomlinson, LT, joining us in this series. And then Aiden Hutchinson. If you're a fan like our man Derek Kissinger, Derek, if you're tuning in, my man, he was pretty interactive with you and I last Saturday, I remember, Chinmay. So had a couple of Michigan parlays put all together. So yeah, that's Aiden Hutchinson, the University of Michigan and current Detroit Lions pass rusher. So that college lottery series, very popular for you guys if you want to buy into that single break spot for that, as I love how the single box break is like 10 spots below where the double and quad is. Gotta love how that's lined up. So that's $139 a piece to get yourself into that single break spot. That is 7 spots available. For those that are unaware of the difference between single, doubles, and quads, obviously, if you look at the price differential, the reason for that is because you just, like it sounds like, if you get into a double box break, you would see 2 boxes open. Naturally, just increases your chances to land one of these terrific headliner helmets, or possibly some hidden gems as well. The headliners aren't just the only ones that we have available, folks. Since we have 16 headliners available, we would still have 11 hidden gems on the side. Or if you wanted to get in the quad box break, that means half of those potential names in that 8-person break would have yourself a chance to get entered into that. So you basically give yourself a 1 in 2 chance if you buy into a spot at $556 a piece. So 50% odds to get one of these lids that, like you said, the Patrick Mahomes or even some of these other great lids, Chinmay, could be worth twice, maybe even 3 or 4 times as much as a $550 buy-in.
Yeah, so there's 27 boxes left in this college lottery series. There's 16 headliners. 9 of those are speed flexes.
Yeah.
So obviously great ratios there. You're looking at a 33% chance of a box being a speed flex at this moment. Not to mention, we have 14 entries for this Mahomes giveaway. Now, it's unlikely, but just given the numbers, it seems to be the case. It's unlikely that you will get a headliner hit and a Mahomes entry.
However,
but it seems like because there's only 14 entries, 27 boxes, and 16 headliners, it sounds like maybe in that secondary headliner group, the non-photoed headliners, Mike Vick, Rod Woodson, Xavier Legette, there may be a Mahomes slip waiting in one of those. So you could walk away with a secondary headliner as well as a chance to get that Mahomes lid in this Lotto series. But we're talking, national champions in college, not just Heisman Trophy winners, but national champions as well. Justin Jefferson, Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence has, let's just say, he's not had the most stellar NFL career, start to his NFL career. But that Clemson helmet, when you think of Trevor Lawrence, you think of that first Clemson national title game when he played against Alabama as a freshman.
Oh yeah, big time.
Went in that game and looked like an absolute vet. The first game that Trevor Lawrence lost in his high school and college career, because he eventually lost another game, but the first game that he had lost from when he started high school throughout college was the national title game against Justin Jefferson and the LSU Tigers. Think about that.
Yeah.
Think about how crazy that is.
Yeah. I mean, a guy that's done nothing but winning and is looking to get back into his winning ways. In his
one in week one.
Yeah, one in week one. Did so even through some delays and some other weird happenings. And so we've had a lot of weird weather delays in week one in the NFL, especially on that opening night game with Dallas and Philadelphia. Very strange. But Trevor Lawrence looking to do anything but get back in his strange ways and looking to get back into his winning ways. Hopefully, Liam Cohen, the newest head coach down in Duval County for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And for Lawrence himself, though, I mean, look, Liam Cohen was, a lot of people attach him with helping revitalize Baker Mayfield's career in Tampa Bay. So looking to do the same thing with the former national title winner. And, all Trevor did was win through his high school and collegiate career. All you guys can do is win today. But how are you going to be able to do that? You got to buy yourselves into these break spots and give yourself an opportunity to do so. So let's go from the rundown top on down. Now, Chinmay, I know you and I have journalistic and broadcasting backgrounds. Now, the one thing that they always tell you is to not bury the lead. Well, I decided to dive in headfirst into the lead today, talking about the college lottery series, because it's going to be the number one thing for those that have tuned into the UA Break Room religiously. It's going to be the number one thing that's going to be a focus as well. We have the college reps also going on, which is the brand new series that coincides alongside the college lottery. So before we end up getting into the college reps, let's talk about which one of the closest series that we have to currently breaking, just at the top here, and that is the Jersey series that we have, the Pigskin Mystery Box series. We have 4 spots available left with that, with a lot of photo headliners that you can see here. We have the Buffalo Bills, all-time great quarterback. And now I guess you could say their second greatest quarterback in team history. Now, I'm sure some Buffalo old heads would disagree with me on that. You make 4 straight Super Bowls despite not putting a ring on your finger. You could certainly make the case Jim Kelly, all-time great quarterback for the Bills.
I mean, hey, Josh Allen hasn't made a Super Bowl yet.
So, but then again, I would like to go back and see, did Jim Kelly face a Patrick Mahomes type quarterback in the early 90s? So, I'm a big level of competition guy. So, but at the same time, you make 4 straight Super Bowls, you make 4 straight Super Bowls. That's greatness within itself. And Jim Kelly, certainly one of the great headliner jerseys that we have featured available here in the Jersey series. You want to be a part of the greatest show on turf? Well, you certainly can, with the 2-time MVP and former stock boy, undrafted man himself, and Kurt Warner. Such an awesome story. I believe he was, a 25-year-old rookie? 24, 25?
Yeah, something like that.
Yes, yeah. So, I mean, a very late start to his career, but a very legendary career. Former Cardinals great, too. Don't forget about that, ladies and gentlemen. Patrick Willis, talk about an unfortunate career that was cut way too soon. One of the greatest linebackers of the 2010s on Patrick Willis. With the San Francisco 49ers. You want to talk about a man who is one of the greatest to ever touch the gridiron at his peak. AD all day. Adrian Peterson, the former 2012 NFL MVP. A part of our featured headliner series. TJ Watt, one of the best defensive players that we have seen in this millennium, looking to wreak havoc once again and trying to keep that elusive Mike Tomlin above 500 record alive for the Steelers once again this season. Let's see if he can do that again. Even though this is the morning show, Chinmay, it's never too early for a mooning. Maybe we can
never too early.
Never too early for that. I'm sure our main man Common Enchev would love to see a mooning. So it's been a couple days since we've had one in the break room. Maybe
there's no. I see a Theismann story tracker and Corneliusen story tracker, but I don't see a mooning tracker. Maybe we should add a mooning tracker.
I would love to have it. We're gonna have to probably get a new board though. We're starting to run thin on that board over there. So. Yeah, we maybe we could just open a whole section for mooning.
Yeah.
So, but it's only up to you guys. If you guys want us to moon you here in the break room, that's up to you guys to break in. Just $29 to get a potential spot of a mooning here. Just going through the rest of this list for you: Dak Prescott, Earl Campbell, Jalen Carter, and Jackson Smith-Njigba, who looked phenomenal in Week 1. The former OSU Buckeye and Jackson Smith-Njigba, that he is a part of the headliner series for the jerseys there. Just going through the rest of this for you guys. Chinmay will get you guys caught up momentarily to see if we got any early morning action. Hopefully getting close to some breaks for you guys here. A very popular series that has been going on. A usual that we have here in the Vault series. So just $100 to get into the Vault. We have all 8 spots available for you guys. Currently going on. And in terms of the photo headliners, we still have 6 photoed headliners still available, including the Derrick Henry Salute to Service Baltimore Raven autograph. We had the Calvin Johnson that was pulled last night. I saw that comment, and Dom were able to get that. That was one of the headliners from their shows. I wonder if Derek, Lions Fan 420, was able to get himself that Calvin Johnson lid, or maybe even one of our resident Lions experts, and Alex, who I'll be working with tomorrow. Big Lions guy. I'm sure he's going to be looking forward to talking some Chicago Bears smack on the airwaves tomorrow. Travis Hunter, still available here on the all gray and gold Jacksonville Jaguars. He is also in the College Lottery Series as well. If you want to, for those Buffalo Bills fans out there, you can get not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 Buffalo Bills legend inscriptions, most notably Andre Reed, Jim Kelly, who we just mentioned previously in the previous series for the jerseys, and Thurman Thomas, all a part of those late and great Buffalo Bills of the 1990s. This Patrick Mahomes Speed Flex, the one that's featured next to Chinmay and I on the table, still available. The Texas Tech and Kansas City Chiefs dual.
But this is the
helmet.
flipped version of that.
This is the flip version. Yes,
Yeah.
correct. So this is the one with the red visor that is on the front. This one that's sitting next to Chinmay and I is the black visor, and like you said, it's the inverse color scheme. So very cool there. We still have that available in the Vault photo headliners, and then the Kurt Warner Arizona Cardinals Speed Flex and the Julio Jones Speed Flex as well. So just $100 to get you guys bought into that. So if you want to get some weekend spending started early, that would be a good one to get yourselves into.
Yeah, 3 speed flexes there, along with, you got the Travis Hunter authentic, you got the Derrick Henry authentic. So a couple authentic helmets from some guys who have been putting up some good numbers or have accolades recently. Hunter, the reigning Heisman Trophy winner, but also those speed flexes, 3 of them still available in them. And the Bills, you mentioned Andre Reed, Jim Kelly, and Thurman Thomas. The other 2 signatures are Marv Levy and Bruce Smith. Not exactly some shabby signatures there as part of those Buffalo Bills teams that made 4 straight Super Bowls.
Yeah, you don't even have to be a Bills fan to appreciate that. Just appreciate greatness. One of the biggest what-if teams in NFL history. That,
and as you know, the more signatures on the helmet, the more valuable it is.
Yep, and you can get 5 of those bad boys for potentially just $100. And even if you just had a Marv Levy or a Bruce Smith, just one of them, you're still, multiplying your potential profit sometimes by 2, 3, 4. Just depends where this signature is. If it's on a helmet like it would be, regardless, it is way more value than what you are putting in. So kind of like the Diamond Series, which is something that we're looking for you guys to chase today. That is a part of our Chase Wheel Spin. This one is $103 to get yourselves bought into for the single box break. And we still have 5 photoed headliners, 2 non-photoed headliners, which is considered our secondary series. And we got the twins in those, which I'll get to in a second. And Tiki and Rondé Barber. Kind of ironic that we're just down to both of those guys. The twins are left in the playpen of the secondary headliner series. But in the photoed headliners, we have another salute to service in CeeDee Lamb of the Dallas Cowboys. We have the Mike Evans Creamsicle Speed Flex, which I'm going to show off in just a second because it is a dandy, Chinmay. It's one of my favorites out of any series. We have the Julio Jones, obviously the Atlanta Falcons, one of the greatest wide receivers of this millennium. We talked about Kurt Warner being a part of the greatest show on turf. How about his backfield mate who made his job a lot easier, Marshall Faulk, an MVP winner in his own regard, manning the backfield for the then St. Louis Rams. And how about a Hall of Fame quarterback on a custom Chrome Speed Flex in John Elway, the 2-time Super Bowl winner for not to throw any shade at you Bills fans out there, but a team that was successful in acquiring two of those Super Bowl titles in the 1990s for the Denver Broncos. As I mentioned, not just the photo headliners, but we do have secondary headliners. So I know we see 4 names here, but there are only 2 available, folks, and that belongs to Tiki and Rondé Barber. Tiki, obviously, the great running back for the majority of his career with the New York Football Giants, and Rondé Barber, and an excellent defensive back for the 2002 Super Bowl winning Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So just going through the rest of the rundown here for you guys before Chinmay and I, we're going to go through a couple things between this and the 12 o'clock show that we're going to go through. We're going to review our picks from last week. Chinmay, if you remember, we had 3 spread picks last weekend. So if not, honestly, I'm trying to find the post-it note myself. So we might have to go back and look through our, our own research.
I remember mine.
I do too, and I don't think I want to remember mine. So.
I got 2 of the 3 correct.
And I think I only got 1 of the 3, but I'm going to go back and check and verify. So we'll get to that in just a moment. We still have the depth chart series for to go through for you guys. So for those that are unfamiliar with the depth chart series, we still have 2 photoed headliners available here in this available series, just $61. Now, I'm not a man of many means, so if I can say that $61 is available buy-in, that certainly can be in your budget as well. We have 2 of those photo headliners being the Hall of Fame running back in Edgerrin James. A lot of people will talk about the electrifying Colts offense who ended up winning the 06 Super Bowl against the Chicago Bears. Made a ton of AFC championship games as well, most notably losing to Tom Brady and the Dynasty Patriots. However, you talk about Peyton Manning, the Sheriff, Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne. But a lot of people forget about Edgerrin James, the University of Miami great, Hall of Fame running back. He is available for the Indianapolis Colts as a photoed headliner. And of course, maybe a potential up-and-coming great. He certainly looked like it in week 1. And Michael Penix Jr., the newest Southpaw quarterback down in the down with the Atlanta Falcons. So very nice lid there. And some secondary headliners as well, or I guess you could say upgrade items that are available. We have the Travis Hunter. We have Randy Moss, Dick Butkus, and Marshall Faulk. So upgrade items for those that are unaware how the depth chart series works. Regardless of whoever ends up winning their item, whether it's a featured headliner or if it's a secondary headliner, you do have a potential opportunity to get yourself an upgraded item in the depth chart, which is very nice. So we'd end up spinning a wheel for you guys, and then it decides whether you do or don't get the upgrade. And those could possibly be the Travis Hunter, Randy Moss, Dick Butkus, or the Marshall Faulk. So we have a ton of heat going on here, Chinmay, in our series here today. So we have a lot of stuff going on. Just one more series that I want to go through with you guys really quick, and that is our practice squad series that we have available. We have all 8 spots left available in our practice squad. So just seeing how many boxes we have available left here. We have 9 out of the 35 of them being the photoed headliners. And those being the John Elway jersey, featured for you guys right here, the Trey McBride Authentic Salute to Service. We have a Malik Neighbors Mini. Certainly does not make a mini impact on the field, but he would be a wonderful impact to any of your collections. And we have the Michael Vick Philadelphia Eagles Speed Flex. And for those that can see that there, has the dual threat GOAT. Nice little, nice little touch
All
there.
right.
And I mean, it's a pretty good. It's a pretty good stance to stay on.
It's already a speed flex, so you already know that it's tremendously valuable. It's Michael Vick on the Eagles, so a little bit later in his career, not quite at his peak, but still very much, like you said, the dual threat GOAT, still very much a factor. They made the playoffs a few times with Vick and the Eagles. And then you got an inscription, and as you know, the autograph already makes the helmet very valuable. The speed flex already makes it very valuable. You add an inscription like that, just bumps up the value even more, that helmet. And look, a speed flex in the practice squad, like we're talking about the college lottery here.
Yep.
And you're paying what, 110 or 120 bucks for the single, right? What is it? 100 and let's see.
I think it's 139 for the college single.
139 for the college single. Good chance to get a speed flex there with 9 boxes, but you're looking at the practice squad single, and that's that's 60 bucks, and you still have a chance. Or sorry, that's 51 bucks. So you could still end up with a speed flex helmet, but you pay $51 instead of 139. Now, granted, the 139 you have a better chance of winning a speed flex, but in terms of pure value, that practice squad offers sort of the most value there, especially if you're looking at that Michael Vick speed flex.
And if you're somebody that likes to play the odds as well, as I mentioned, 5 of these are being photoed headliners, 6 in total. The last one being the Chad Johnson at non-photoed secondary headliner. But like Chinmay said, even if you are just looking for a speed flex, 6 out of 9 chance of landing a headliner regardless. So, and that just being for $61, you can get some excellent value there. So what are you guys feeling here on this Saturday morning? What's going to get you guys up and out of bed? If you aren't already, what's going to get you guys going? Because we are now down to the magic number of 3 in the jersey series there. So it looks like we have a fully replenished jersey series, as I talked about.
Brand new series.
Yep, brand new series over there. So, Chinmay, I went through a lot of stuff with you, my man, and since we are locked and loaded, we actually have all 30 boxes available, 13 photoed headliners that are all featured here for you guys. Ty Percival chipping and saying, good morning, guys. I'm in that double. Okay, nice. Oh, so you're in the double break and the jersey. So, Ty, very nice. Do you mind just checking for me, Chinmay, what double series Ty is in?
He said practice squad, right?
PS practice squad, yeah.
I see him there. Yep. Good morning, Ty. How's it
bear with
going?
me, Ty. I'm still learning the acronyms here, but very nice. Thank you, Ty, for buying in.
Ty's in there. Looking, hopefully, I don't know what he's chasing in particular. Might be that Michael Vick. Could potentially be the John Elway. We'll see.
Very, very nice. Ty, appreciate it, my man. So... Prescott.
Prescott. Okay, in the jerseys.
See, Ty already knows where I'm going to go with this. I mean, maybe I gave it away because I already have it pulled up. But Chinmay, I was actually going to chip this over to you, but I was going to say, since this is fresh off the press, 13 new photo headliners in this jersey series, is there a particular one that catches your eye?
The Dak Prescott one, when I first saw the series, is obviously, he's coming back from a big injury. Looks like the Cowboys are going to have a very solid offense. Prescott, when you're the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, there's a bigger spotlight on you. And I think Dak has acquitted himself pretty well, even though a lot of fans in Dallas might be critical of him. But I'm looking at that Prescott. Yeah, Ty. I knew there was something about the Eagles with Ty, but it's because he's a Cowboys fan. But he always wins the Eagles stuff.
Yeah,
you can win, Ty. You can win the Jalen Carter jersey and then spit on it if you want
to. That's something that we don't encourage to do in the break room, but that's something that apparently Jalen Carter in his professional career encourages.
Once you win the item, it's your item.
Yeah,
and you can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, nothing like spitting on the $60 million man, and Dak Prescott. But now think about that. Dak Prescott being worth $60 million on the field for America's team. Some might say, I wouldn't, but some might say in the Dallas Cowboys, he can be a part of your mantle, your collection for just a measly $29. I can't even fill up a half tank of gas, Chinmay, in my car for $29. So half tank of gas there. I almost said half a gallon. Now that would be pretty absurd. Dak Prescott's a very nice one there. Personally, for me, I really like this Jackson Smith-Njigba. I'm a big guy on the rising young second-year players.
Old school Seahawks jersey, too.
In the old school, when you got the new guys in the old school type of look, so for me, I'm going to start wearing them hopefully on Saturday mornings once we start to get into basketball season, because I'm a big basketball guy once that tips off in about a month or so.
Yeah.
Very excited for opening night for the NBA season. But I have a ton, like my favorite. I have it used to be one of my favorites, but I have the Allen Iverson Philadelphia 76ers.
Okay.
The old school kind of, a little bit of a magical design. I don't know really how to describe that Sixers across the front, but I have a Joel Embiid. Nice little jersey for that right there. But my only modern day player for old school that I do have, Arizona Cardinals. I have a throwback Cardinals jersey with a Kyler Murray, of course, on the back. So I don't know if you have any jerseys that are like that at all. But
I have new jerseys that don't fit me anymore. Or like jerseys that are the classic look that don't fit me anymore. I have a lot of soccer jerseys that I've bought recently. So I might rep the football. You can rep football, I'll rep football.
Football, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I like that. It's a good idea. I actually went to my first football game 2 weekends ago.
All right.
Yeah, so I got to see Chivas play. My girlfriend and her family are big Chivas fans, so we're able to see actually a late match win. So they were down 1-0 at
Very
halftime,
cool.
and I think they scored 2 goals in the final. I would say like 10 minutes. So it was
Can't beat it.
It was exciting, man. Yeah, no, seriously. Now for somebody myself, so. For those that are unfamiliar with me in this break room, I have a broadcasting background of about 5 to 6 years. I've called dozens upon dozens of soccer games, and truth be told, it is definitely my sport of least interest. But
Okay.
just say the one thing that definitely caught me being at a soccer football match, without a doubt, was the energy of the fan base. Like the energy, and this is just for a local stadium. This was at SeatGeek Stadium in Bridgeview.
Okay.
For those that are familiar with the Chicagoland area, stadium maxes out at about 27,000 in terms of capacity. That was filled to the brim, and it felt louder with those late goals in 27,000. So very fun match to be a part of.
Yeah, I'm an Arsenal guy. Arsenal getting the nice 3-0 win this morning over Nottingham Forest.
we go.
Gyökeres scoring another goal, so good to see him sort of figuring things out. Zubamendi, the other big transfer with a brace there, so 2 goals for him. But I will say, if you do get a chance to go to Europe, or if you've been to Europe, go to a soccer match in Europe. You want to talk about passionate fans? Go to a soccer match in Europe. I went to a Barca match a few years ago. Craziest atmosphere
Oh, I bet.
ever.
Oh, I bet.
I wanted to go. I went to Brazil. Now it's been 6 years, 7 years almost. I wanted to go to a match in Brazil. That might have been a little bit dangerous, but even the South America fans, the Brazil fans. One of my buddies went there a few years ago. He went to a soccer. It's crazy. The atmospheres are absolutely crazy. We think it's crazy in the States here, but you go to Europe for a soccer match. You go to South America for a soccer match. It's nuts.
I have definitely seen some videos. I have not been to Europe myself, but I've seen some videos. I mean, I've seen, borderline forest fires being started in the fans.
Oh, yeah.
The fan section of a lot of stadiums, and some might call that danger. I call it passion.
It doesn't get that crazy anymore.
Yeah.
Unless it's a really, really big game, but yeah, it can get testy for sure.
Best part of why we love sports, man, is because you feel
passion.
like you're a part of the team. So, transitioning from one type of football to the other, we alluded this to you guys. Now, this is something. So, for those that tune in on Sundays, tomorrow I'll be working my first Sunday. Chinmay, you're off, correct?
I'm not working not working here on Sunday.
Not going to be here. Not going to be here this Sunday, unfortunately. However, I will have Alex with me along my side I'll be on for the 9, 12, and 3 shows, doing a little bit of hosting and producing. So we're going to do some previews for you guys for the Sunday games tomorrow leading up. We'll be doing that at 9 and 12, and even for the 3 o'clock games. Going to have a whole slate of games tomorrow. But Chinmay and I, we did 3 NFL spreads last Saturday. We're going to be doing that leading up through the weekend. We're going to be keeping tabs all throughout the year, as much as I don't want to lead into this, because I'm going back and I'm going back through the picks in my head here, because I'm genuinely trying to remember what I had. So I'm going to go through this with you guys. I know I took the Cardinals at 6.5.
Yeah, so you got that.
That covered by a hair. And the only reason why I got that is because Chinmay was nice enough to save that for me, because you picked first, I believe, right?
I did, but I was going to give you the Cardinals no matter what.
Thank you.
That was again, high confidence pick for me. I picked Cardinals in the survivor pool. So, look, crazy things happen, and the Saints were driving at the end of that game, but I never really had any doubt that the Cardinals were going to close that game out.
Yeah, shout out to Brandon Cooks' stone hands for not forcing that game into overtime. Appreciate it, Brandon. Cardinals might end up seeing them again. As they have their home opener this week against the Carolina Panthers. But so I had the Arizona Cardinals. I also had speaking of the Carolina Panthers, I had them at plus 3.5.
Yeah.
And for those you do
That did not quite work out.
You do not have to pull out a calculator to figure out if that spread was covered. As soon as Bryce Young took the field in that first half, I knew that this had no chance of covering. So that's 1-1 for me. And I'm trying to remember what that missed by 2 points. I took the Texans plus 3.
Yeah.
So I went 1 and 2. Totally fine. Not the greatest of starts, but and for you, Chinmay, I believe you had the Packers.
I had the Packers, yes.
Very good call. Dominant on Thursday night against Washington. We'll get into that in a little bit. But I think even more dominant against the team that they're probably going to be looking to compete with at the top of the NFC North. And the Detroit Lions beat them by 2 scores. this past Sunday.
And really, that game wasn't even that close because Detroit scored its touchdown in the last 2 minutes. So it was 27-6 for the longest times, and Detroit crazy one-handed grab by Tesla at the end to get that touchdown. So even that touchdown was super late for Detroit.
I believe our man going to be referencing any Lions thing here to our guy Derek, but I think Derek was talking about Tesla being a big breakout guy in the chat last week, so very good call by him. Who else did you have?
I also had the Dolphins against the Colts, so that one was a big miss for me.
Okay,
big miss. I can elaborate on that completely.
A lot of people got fooled.
Yeah. I would want to play the Stephen A. Smith clip. We've been hoodwinked, bamboozled,
run amok.
Yeah, run amok,
led
astray. Yeah. Yeah, that was an interesting one. The Dolphins, I think the only thing I will say is unserious team. That's just like that's the only words you can have. Look, Daniel Jones was phenomenal. The Colts played well. I don't think they're 25 points better on paper than the Dolphins. Just unserious team. Mike McDaniel is probably I don't know what sportsbooks offer odds on first coach to be fired, but he's a sneaky candidate to be the first guy gone.
Yeah, I'm sure there's definitely some offshore stuff that definitely offers a lot of opportunities for that. But I mean, Mike McDaniel after that Week 1 performance, I mean, you put up just 8 points, regardless if it's on the road or not, against a Colts team that had more questions than answers coming into the year. Now, look, I'm not using this to be facetious at all, but we have seen. This is a very serious thing, especially in sports. Jim Irsay was absolutely beloved in the city of Indianapolis. They actually, for those that are unaware, the former owner of the Indianapolis Colts passed away just before the season opened up a few months prior. They actually unveiled a Jim Irsay way or Jim Irsay drive out in front of Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. There are a lot of, for the longest tenure players like your Jonathan Taylors, like your Quentin Nelsons, guys that have been on the team for a long time, your tenured veterans, said a lot of positive things, of course, about, the great legacy of Jim Irsay and his time being with the Colts. So maybe that's just one of those home opener, first victory since your longtime owner passed away. Sometimes you get one of those spiritual morale victories. I think that the Colts, like you said, much like the Dolphins, I think the Dolphins are an unserious team. I think the Colts are as well. I think that's more noise than news. Coming from the Colts in Week 1. But who else did you have? Who was your last spread pick here so we can get our picks in for Week 2?
Okay. I'll double check this during the break. I believe I had the Bills.
I was going to. Yeah, you did. I think you got them +1, right?
I believe I had the Bills +1.
You did. I think you did too.
But I may have also taken the Seahawks. So I'll check that during the break because one of those hit and one of those did not. So I'll double check during the break and make sure that it was indeed the Bills and not the Seahawks, but it could have been the Seahawks now that I think about it.
We'll check on that real quick, guys. Feel free to Mario, Ty, anybody else that's tuning in here in the Ultimate Autographs on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube. Bless you, my man. If there's any of you guys that are tuning in, feel free to let us know your Week 2 picks. Who are you high on? Who is your team that you could see yourselves getting behind? Feel free to also give your spread picks out if you're going to be a religious viewer on Saturdays. Feel free to interact with Chinmay and I as we're going to give out our week 2 picks in just a quick moment here. So just taking a look back in the break room, obviously 3 spots available. This is going to open up during this 9 a.m. show. So I don't have a crystal ball in front of me. Call me Rob Stradamus if you would like to. I have a very good feeling that possibly our first break is going to come from this Jersey series. If it is not our first break, it will certainly be one of our first breaks. Seeing some movement in the double box break in the college lottery series. Ton of photoed headliners in here. We've already had some great ones pulled. This series has only exist for a little bit more than a day, and we've already seen some big-time plays coming out of this box.
Sure.
Such as Jerome Bettis, Alvin Kamara. Some of the photo headliners in here, still 16 of them things are still featured in the college lottery series, such as Ray Lewis, former MVP last year, and Josh Allen. Derrick Henry, who's led the NFL in rushing since he's entered the league. Travis Hunter, Is he going to be the great two-way threat that we saw at his time in Colorado like he was in the league? He only played six snaps on defense in week 1, but he definitely is going to be a two-way impact player for many years to come. He is featured in this series. Trevor Lawrence, national title winner, and a Clemson quarterback great. Now teammates with Travis Hunter, with Jacksonville, also featured in this series. Patrick Mahomes, as you can see, the little prize beneath there. The prize, you might wonder, is for this one right here, if that's featured on the table. Right next to me, this is going to be featured in the College Reps series. That is, so anytime that you enter yourself in the College Reps, which is a brand new series as well with a ton of photoed headliners. In that series, it gives you a chance to win this bad boy right here, worth easily over $2,000. And if you can find the right Chiefs fan, probably $3,000 or more in totality. Going back to the rest of the headliners in this series before we get to our week 2 spreads, going to give Chinmay a little bit more time to look over that. We got Bo Jackson, Bo Knows, the great former two-way sport athlete in Bo Jackson, an all-time great in his own respect. A great in the making in Justin Herbert, the former Oregon quarterback, current Chargers quarterback. Calvin Johnson, the all-time Lions wide receiver. Bruce Smith, and his Virginia Tech alma mater. Nice VT there on the side of the helmet for the former linebacking legend. Justin Jefferson, if you want to take a flight on Flight Jettas, feel free to do so. That's actually probably my favorite Chinmay in the entire college lottery series.
Really? Okay.
I just like the, it's a simple, little kitty logo on the side there, the LSU. I just like the black, I really like black signatures on a prominent, dominant color, like a main color, like that mustard yellow from LSU there on the side. I don't know. It just goes together really well. A signature that really stands out, if not the biggest signature that stands out, is Saquon Barkley. Eclipsed the 2,000-yard rushing mark last year for the Eagles. First player to do that since Eric Dickerson, who still holds the single-season rushing record in that regard. LaDainian Tomlinson, the TCU Horned Frog, former MVP. Alvin Kamara no longer in this series. That was pulled yesterday, which is why you guys got to hop in these breaks immediately. Chinmay, if you're not first, you are last when it comes to getting into these. So if there's something that you're looking at in this college lottery series that you are salivating over, this is the opportunity for you. If you're a big fan of the NFC North or great defensive players in general, Aiden Hutchinson is also still available in this college lottery series as well. So really quick, gonna hop back over into the pros for you guys really quick. Chinmay. I think we're going to just keep doing this. Whoever's sitting in the host chair on Saturdays is going to toss it to the opposing person. So, yeah, week 2. What are you feeling, my man?
Yeah, so I do want to just clear up one thing real quick. So on the college lottery series, it does say that the rep helmets that are in that series will be given, the slot at the shot at the Mahomes.
Yep.
On top of that, you also have the opportunity to get a gift card, it seems, worth up to $350. So let's just do some basic math here.
Let's do it.
You're talking $140 in the single. Let's say you pull a rep helmet and you win the full $350 gift card. So the spot's been paid for. You've basically got a rep helmet to go along with it. Now you also get a shot at the Speedflex helmet, the Mahomes helmet. Now you're up $210 in UA money, basically, which you can jump back into the breaks and get one more spot in the single,
free money,
and still be up 70. You also have a rep helmet that you got, a college rep, and you have a chance at the Mahomes Speedflex here. So that's a pretty good deal. There's a lot of stuff that can go your way in this college series. Now in the double, you're still under that 350 for one spot in the double, but you get 2 chances at getting that rep helmet in that series. And if you're not getting the rep, you're probably getting a headliner, you're probably getting a Speedflex.
Yeah.
So the value there is tremendous for this college series because these are the timeless lids, right? Like, a guy can play. Not to say that people don't appreciate the pro accolades as much, but like that Trevor Lawrence Clemson helmet or that Justin Jefferson LSU helmet, like those are on some all-time great teams for those respective schools. And people might not watch pro football that much in Louisiana and South Carolina, right? Like, yeah, they're Saints fans, they're Carolina Panthers fans, but they know Clemson and LSU. Those are the premier, like, those are the professional teams in those states.
Yeah.
You talk about like Ray Lewis, Miami. Like, everyone knows who Ray Lewis is. Not everyone necessarily knows who the Ravens are, but University of Miami, like, that's an all-time great football program in the college ranks. Like, these are the timeless helmets. That Hutch helmet also.
Yeah.
That's the one that, you know, that Hutch helmet, the Ray Lewis and the Hutch, those are the ones that really stand out to me. Of course, I'm a little bit biased to Trevor Lawrence as well, but those are the helmets that really stand out in this series. And, you know, you get a chance at the gift cards, you get a chance at the Mahomes Speed Flex. So there's really a lot of value in this series getting in, not just in the single, but in the double as well. You can potentially, you know, you end up with a rep helmet and a $350 gift card. You've paid off your spot and some, and you're coming away with an item as well as a chance at winning the Mahomes Speed Flex.
Yeah, Chinmay, thank you, man. So I really appreciate you clarifying all of that up. And just to hammer that home, so the Aiden Hutchinson and the Ray Lewis featured here. Great job by our marketing and shipping team to put together these wonderful videos. So you could see the University of Miami Hurricane Orange going right down the top of the Speed Flex here for this Ray Lewis, customized with the Baltimore Ravens purple visor. And the Aiden Hutchinson as well, the Michigan man. And those were two great points. Not everybody is going to really pay attention to the pros. A lot of the times, because your alma mater, for example, you're going to rep them no matter how old you get, no matter what generation you're a part of. You just become a fan of your college for life. You're going to be the same with Mizzou your entire life, regardless of what generation that is, and your kids one day and your kids' kids. It's going to be a lineage thing potentially. So, you know, if you want to get something like this, but the biggest thing that I want to hammer home, and Chinmay made a great point on this, is the opportunity, regardless, for you to make your money back. So this thing right here. So this cage that miraculously spawned in front of you, this is going to be a part of. Come here. There you go. So this is going to be a part of the College Lottery Series. So you have an opportunity to not only get yourself a potential chance at keeping a Speed Flex for yourself, one of 16 photo headliners, one of 9 that are available. So not only could you keep that for yourself, but you enter a chance to win up to $350 in gift cards. I have the totals here. I, of course, cannot, for UA purposes, turn around and show this to you folks. But we've only had one ball pop out of this machine.
Okay.
I was lucky enough to do that. The first ball we had pop out yesterday, Chinmay, was actually a $150 UA gift card. So just to put that into perspective, the single box break for this, $139. So
you basically got your spot back.
Exactly.
And you got a helmet to go with it. Right? You're not just getting the gift card back. You're getting an item as well to go with it, and you got entered into the drawing for the prize helmet. So you basically made $10 there. And, you know, if you're talking the value of the helmet, you made that much more on the helmet too, and you have a chance at the Mahomes. So really, yeah, the College Lottery Series, like, you either end up with a headliner or you're ending up with a chance at the Mahomes and some gift card money and a rep helmet. Like, it's hard to say there's no downside, because you could not win anything, right? The only downside is if you don't win something in the spots, right?
Yeah.
If you're winning something, if you win something in the spots, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Even if it's not the Speed Flex helmet. It's going to be good value for you.
I would have to say, and again, in my illustrious 3-week tenure here at UA, this is the opportunity for you guys to, not literally, of course, but in a way almost robbing us blind. Because if you end up winning an entry, you're winning more than just what the entry entails, is what Chinmay put so perfectly there.
And this is the time, right? Like, there's not that many people getting into the breaks right now. Like, this is the opportunity to load up on these spots and get these Speed Flexes out of the room before the so-called big dogs or major players jump in and land these Speed Flexes.
And for those that are tuning in here in the UA break room this morning, you're bright eye and bushy tailed. You have the first seat at the dinner table, or I guess you could say the breakfast table. The breakfast table, yeah. Hey, form a breakfast club if you want to.
Yeah.
Here, I know Chinmay and I are going to be doing that going forward here on Saturday morning. So again, if you want to If you want to see us have a little bit of fun here, have a number for you that could pop out of this cage, feel free to jump into the break room for the college lottery. Please feel free to do so. Just going to give you guys an update on that. As Chinmay said, we have a lot of available spots that are open. 556 to get you into that quad box break room. That means that we're going to get 4 boxes that would be open. Out of 8 potential names, 4 of them would be open. So naturally, anybody that enters in that 556 spot, you give yourself a 1 in 2 chance. Those are the best odds that we have available. Can't get better than that. If you want to have something for half the cost, but something with almost as great as value, get yourself into the double box break. 2 boxes would open out of 8 potential spots. 6 spots are available left, so we do have some action going on in there. Or if you want to get yourself in the single box break. Now, this is what we were just alluding to, the example that Chinmay and I both had, talking about getting yourself an opportunity not only to get yourself one of the 9 speed fluxes we have available in this series. Not only do you have a chance to get yourself the Patrick Mahomes Texas Tech helmet right there for you, but you also get yourself a chance to get one of these. One of these are not ordinary ping pong balls, ladies and gentlemen. This can get you a chance at a UA gift card that can get you up to $350 in value. That can get you into helping quite a bit into a big boy quad box. That can get you. We've seen. I have not seen it yet, but I'm sure. I'm sure you have seen it before, Chinmay. I'm not sure if we talked about it last time, but I've heard stories about people entering a quad box break and then walking away with 4 potential headliners.
I saw a there was a quad up in an NFL break, quad up in the NFC South. I remember. I don't remember the exact helmets, but there was a Breeze helmet, there was a Baker Mayfield helmet, there was a Steve Smith helmet, and I don't remember who the Falcons player was, but there was a quad up. Yeah, we pulled all 4 in that same break, and whoever was in the NFC South walked away with all 4 SpeedFlex helmets from that division. Now, college, there are no divisions, right? It works a little differently for college. There's no divisions, but still some double up opportunities here. So you have Alabama, TCU, Iowa, and Washington in the same group.
Yep.
Alabama, TCU, that's LaDainian Tomlinson, Derrick Henry. You can double up there. That Derrick Henry is a speed flex, by the way. Oregon, LSU, K-State. So Justin Herbert and Justin Jefferson, both available in that same spot you can walk away with. Michigan, Colorado, and Central Florida. Michigan, Colorado, Aiden Hutchinson and Travis Hunter. Tennessee, Clemson, South Carolina. You can walk away with, Xavier Legette as well as Trevor Lawrence. So plenty of opportunities to double up. Miami, Penn State, and USC. Ray Lewis as well as Saquon Barkley. And by the way, the USC college players, I heard those USC college players have been pretty good. So I've seen, we pulled a Matt Leinart jersey in the non-headliner section of the college ones. Matt Leinart stat jersey. And ask any college football fan if they know who Matt Leinart was.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Matt Leinart, one of the greatest college football quarterbacks, certainly of the last 25 to 30 years for sure. So, wish he was a little bit better for my Cardinals, but you know what? That's all right. I mean, talk about a college
Neither
career.
here nor there, right?
It's harder to have a better college career than Matt Leinart. So, speaking of former quarterbacks in the pros, going to switch from college to the pros before we check back into the break room. We have 3 spots left available for you folks in the jersey. Still, that is our closest spot that we do have to break. It is also our fewest dollars in terms of buy-in as well, just $29 a spot. So if you're feeling yourself, you want to get some of that weekend money. I know that Friday is a payday for a lot of us. So if you woke up to a fresh and newly minted bank account, feel free to ask mom or dad or go to yourself and hop into the wall and get your own credit or debit card out. Feel free to play in the break room with us this morning. You can get yourself off to a winning start, because what I have seen more than anything else, there is opener magic and there is closer magic. From what I've seen so far in the breaks, Chinmay, that I have seen in this break room, a lot of the times it's the people that are first or last in to buy breaks that usually end up getting the best luck. So there's no exact statistic or science behind that, but it's just been casual observation.
Sure,
so.
yeah. And, part of that is vibes. Like you create, you can manifest the type of magic that you want in the break room. You can have opener magic, you can have closer magic, you can have new customer magic, you can have box caller magic.
Oh yeah.
So there's all kinds of things that you can do to sort of manifest your own luck or your own type of magic in the break room. It's not necessarily that we say that, you know, it's opener magic or closer magic. Like you can put that out there. I will say that we're now at 1 to go in the jerseys.
1 to go in the jerseys.
So one spot. So that closer magic is still available for anyone that wants it. But yeah, 1 spot to go to get this brand new jersey series underway as we hit 10 o'clock here.
We do
in the break
indeed
room.
have one spot left in those jerseys. There you go, one final spot. And who shored up those 2 spots in the jerseys?
So Jamie, who actually started off the break, has a couple more spots. So Jamie trying to get some more spots in that first jersey.
Jamie, shout out to you, Jamie. Thank you so much for playing along, for tuning in here this morning and spending your Saturday mornings with Chinmay and I. So you'll be able to see us every Saturday morning and afternoon going forward here in the UA Break Room. Coming to you live from the city beautiful in Burr Ridge, Illinois. But 1 spot left. So Chinmay, let's get through our week 2 picks here in the NFL slate. Let's get that going. Could talk about that a little bit, and if we can, if the cards align themselves perfectly, maybe a little pun intended there on purpose, talking about the cards, we can get into our first break of the morning. So, I'm going to toss it over to you. I saw that you were getting your lines all lined up. Man,
yeah.
these puns have got to stop here. This is really bad. So, who are you feeling first? Now, do you want to go like tick for tack, like back and forth?
We'll go back and forth.
Back and forth?
We'll go back
Okay.
and forth.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll
Let's
go back
build
and
up the
forth.
suspense.
Yeah, we'll go back and forth. Yeah, this is a very interesting slate. So for Survivor purposes, I think this is a very tricky one because week 1 we have a lot of perceptions of teams coming into week 1, and it's only 1 game, so you can have some, you know, aberrations that, you know, it might like reinforce things that you already thought about teams, but it also might mislead you in some ways. The one thing that I don't think is misleading at all is when a team tries to talk smack about another team. I had originally not picked this team in Survivor. I now am picking this team in Survivor.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going with the Ravens.
Ooh,
I'm going with the Ravens.
All right.
Minus 11.5. I might bump that spread up on the alt line. You can't be talking, if you're the Cleveland Browns of all teams, you cannot be talking about it not being difficult to tackle Derrick Henry, who's in the college lottery, by the way. And I can tell you there are a lot of college players who did not tackle Derrick Henry and did not think he was easy to bring down.
Very true.
You can't be talking about that. You can't be talking about how the Ravens don't have a complex defensive scheme. Like, what are we even doing here? Why even engage in that type of behavior?
Yeah.
It's not like the Browns even won in week 1. They played great defense against the Bengals and still lost. I think the Bengals were the first team since like the 70s to not score in a single quarter. Like they finished a quarter with 0 points and still won the game. Like
Pretty incredible.
Yeah. Like what are we doing here? I'm taking the Ravens. This is gonna be an insanely lopsided game in my opinion.
Well, I mean, certainly the odds makers already think that way. So Baltimore, as of right now, so we're going by Saturday morning. Baltimore, as to this moment, is at 11.5. Would not be surprised if that moves to 12 or 12.5 by close. Even though that I believe so far is the highest number we have seen for a projected spread so far in the games this season. Now, I don't blame you. That's a very real thing. Keep in mind, we do talk about athletes sometimes, like we put them up on pedestals like they're not real people, but they are. They're very real in this break room. They're very real in real life. And when you have a real life scenario, when you have one team openly talking smack about the other, that's going to fire up the boys a little bit, especially with Baltimore coming off of a historic, and I mean historically bad, Sunday night loss against the Buffalo Bills. We all know about it. They gave up 15 points in the final 5 minutes of that game against, Buffalo. So if you weren't already if there wasn't already enough fuel in that car for Baltimore going into that game on Sunday, I think they're in a maximum overdrive mode going up against Cleveland.
Yeah, just to spell it out in case I wasn't clear. So Grant Delpit, the Browns defensive back, was asked how hard is Derrick Henry to bring down, and his response was not hard. And then Derrick Henry was asked about that. He said, did you see what or did you hear about what the Browns are saying? And Derrick Henry said, I saw that. We'll see on Sunday.
So you're saying it'd take 200 yards and 2 touchdowns is what you're saying. Maybe 3.
You can go over on a lot of Derrick Henry props if you want to.
Yeah, I would bet his rushing line is probably at 100. If I had to guess.
I don't think it's quite that high.
It's got to be in the low 90s at worst. I would expect it to be somewhere.
It's 93 and a half.
93 and a half. Yeah, so pretty close to that.
I would lean towards the over on that. If you want to look at alternate lines, so spread minus 11 and a half. This is off DraftKings is minus 118. So a little bit of juice there. But if you go up to 13 and a half, so Ravens win by 14 points, 2 touchdowns. That 13 and a half is minus 101. If you go up to 16 and a half, Ravens win by 17 or more. That's plus 141. So you start getting into, because I don't think it's going to be close.
Yeah.
Like I genuinely believe that if they're like some teams in the NFL, and this is sports in general, some teams when they have a big lead, they kind of let up. They kind of go through the motions. They kind of realize that they have the game in hand. I actually think this is one of those scenarios where the Ravens don't do that. It's because of what happened in week 1, where they were up by 15 and then lost the game. I actually think this is a scenario where they just keep pushing.
Yeah, they run away with it early. You put they put the foot on the throats by halftime, and quite literally could see Derrick Henry run away with this ball game, as you can possibly see him do in a couple of different series that we have here. So we are down to 1 left in the Jersey breaks.
Yep.
I'm going to give out my first spread pick that I like. But we also have, speaking of Derrick Henry, he's in the college lottery series. This is our quad box that we have available. I'll go down to the single break for you guys. We have 6 spots left in the double, 8 spots left in the quad, and we have 7 left in the single box break. Good morning, Brian. I know you commented that a few moments ago. You have to apologize for Chinmay. He was going on a very, very heated Jerry Jeudy rant there, so I don't know what point you hopped in at. But Derrick Henry featured from his time at the University of Alabama, the Crimson Tide. Derrick Henry, number 18 there. Or if you're not feeling the college vibes, that's more than okay. But make sure you lock yourselves into the vault.
Yeah, Henry's in the vault as well.
Derrick Henry photoed headliners.
On the camo.
Still, yeah, exactly. So the salute to service for Derrick Henry. The Baltimore Ravens great is going to continue his greatness against the Browns in week 1 this weekend. So this is the quad box that is available for the break for you guys in the vault, starting at $400 a pop. If you want to bring that down to a single box break, we have that available for you guys at $100 a pop. 8 spots available. Let's see some movement in that vault, guys. So we still have 6 photo headliners that are available besides the Derrick Henry, including the Travis Hunter, the 5-time Super Bowl signatures from the Buffalo Bills, from those teams in the great and early 90s. Of course, the Patrick Mahomes speed flex. You get a Patrick Mahomes speed flex for $100. What are we doing? What are we doing? Nobody's in this break right now? Come on, guys. Whip out that wallet. Kurt Warner on the speed flex as well for the Arizona Cardinals. My personal favorite. Please don't yell at me. With the black visor on the front of that, the former Super Bowl champion and 2-time MVP winner in Kurt Warner. And Julio Jones on the speed flex. I know our coworker in Robbie Lopez, big fan of the, really wanted to see this one get pulled during our show yesterday. Why not have it happen today? But we need to see a lot more action in the vault before that goes on. So hopefully by the time we're through our spread picks here, Chinmay will be able to see our first break this morning, which should be that Jersey break. So minus 11 and a half. Now, keep in mind, Chinmay and I are going to be going back and forth for 3 spread picks going into week 2. Chinmay with the early season advantage, up 2-1 against me. Hopefully that does not.
Yeah, we'll double check on that.
So yeah,
I'll double check on that.
We will double check on that. So that is big though, because if it's Seattle, then it would be 1 and 2 for you. If it was Buffalo,
we're either
then
tied or I'm up 1 game.
Yeah, so it's big implications that mean absolutely nothing except for bragging rights. But okay, so for week 2 for myself, now ironically, I started a whole soliloquy in week 1 about saying that I don't like taking touchdown plus favorites, especially early in the season, because we see a lot of weird stuff. We could see a ton of upsets. I remember last season in week 1, everybody was floored that New England not only covered, but somehow won in Cincinnati against Cincinnati last season. So that was a very, I believe Jacoby Brissett was starting for them before Drake May last year in week 1. So that made it even more bewildering. So you can see a lot of weird stuff, but I'm going to go with my bias pick. It was my only pick that hit last week, but they have a cupcake soft schedule for the first 6 weeks. They need to take advantage of it, and it's their home opener. I'm going to lay the 6.5 points with my Arizona Cardinals in week 1.
The interesting thing is, the Panthers actually beat the Cardinals last year.
They did.
I think it was week 17.
They did.
Week 17, and that was kind of the moment where I think the Cardinals were still, I mean, they needed a lot to go their way, but they were kind of still in contention for a wild card spot, and they needed that win, and the Panthers won, and that was kind of the Panthers' surge at the end of the season. Like they were right at the doorstep against several teams. They were tied with the Chiefs. They were close with the Eagles. Like everyone's saying, like, oh, it's coming together for the Panthers. They finally got that win. That was important for them. Like it's finally coming together. So this is an interesting matchup for sure, but Cardinals definitely probably still have that on their mind, that loss to the Panthers last year late in the season.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a lot of your pick taking Baltimore over Cleveland by 11.5. That, as you think, I think that was a really good excerpt that you read. There's motivation. Anytime you can get added motivation behind a pick and you feel more convicted by it, even more for it. So a lot of mine is just simply just going, again, I like to just look at the overall matchup between both teams. Quarterback advantage. They're both short kings. That's the one thing that they have in common. But right now, at their points in their career, Kyler Murray is clearly a much better, much more talented quarterback than Bryce Young, even though, like you said, Bryce did show it towards the tail end of last season, even against a very young and very hurt Cardinals secondary last season, which, by the way, I think is a much more improved team in terms of the secondary this year. Will Johnson, who is going to be the gem of gems, was drafted at the beginning of the second round out of Michigan, fell to the beginning of the second round because of injury concerns with his time at the Wolverines. He had some big impact plays in week 1. Walter Nolan, their first round pick that they used as their nose tackle, did a good job of holding down the run game against Alvin Kamara in week 1. He's going to have a tough task against Chuba Hubbard here in week 2. Chuba Hubbard was top 10 in rushing yards last season in the NFL, but I just like the Cards at home opener. They covered this number last week against, say what you will about the Saints. And Spencer Rattler did look better than I think a lot of people have expected. What I said that Bryce Young could have a bounce back in week 2, I sure hope so, considering that he barely threw for 100 yards in week 1. But Arizona, I think this is going to be a pretty high scoring game. This is set at 44.5. I just think that they're a more talented team top to bottom. I think they have a better running game with James Conner and Trey Benson. They have better weapons with Trey McBride and Marvin Harrison Jr. Don't really know in the secondary for Carolina who is going to... You're going to have to pick your poison. Is it going to be Marv down the field you're okay with living in one-on-one coverage? Or are you going to let Trey McBride just engulf all of the targets over the middle of the field? Either way, one of the two guys is going to have a big day. I can see Arizona eclipsing 30-plus points. Arizona, this is a must-win week 2 for them. Also, George Kittle is going to be out 4 to 6 weeks with a hamstring strain. Brock Purdy is going to miss time with a turf toe as well. This is a primetime chance for an Arizona team who is flirting with the wild card spot in the last number of weeks last year. They finished 8-9. They have a chance to really make some hay in this NFC West, and they got to get this must-win home opener at home against the Panthers. So that's my case for that. So going back into the vault really here for you guys, the vault, the break room. I want to get guys in the vault, but getting you guys back in the break room, still at 1 spot left in those jerseys, 6 spots left in the double break for the college lottery. We have a lot of availability going on in the diamonds as well. We have a ton of photoed headliners available in this diamond series. Want to get you guys playing in here. CeeDee Lamb, Salute to Service, Mike Evans, Creamsicle, Julio Jones, Marshall Falk, John Elway, Custom Chrome Speed Flex, and of course, can't forget what I think a lot of people here at Ultimate Autographs, Chimney would say, is actually the nicest custom Chrome Speed Flex we have available, and that is the Barry Sanders that we still have available as a part of the photo headliners here in the diamonds. Is he still available?
No,
He's not. Oh, so he did get
Barry's
pulled.
gone.
So-
Barry's gone, but the Elway and
What
the
a
Evans
shame.
are there.
What a shame. Okay, so
Evans and Elway are there.
so bigger shame on me, guys, for false advertising. So I'm gonna put away the Barry. Damn, I was really hoping to see that. So Barry must have gotten pulled last night at the 6 p.m. show or the overnight show that we had last night with Robbie Lopez. So one of the two. So yeah, which show did that get pulled in yesterday? I was really
It was
hoping
pulled in the 6 p.m. show.
6 p.m. show. So okay, there we go. So that makes sense. So we still have this great John Elway here. No need to fear. So we can still get into this at 103 in the single box break. All 8 spots are available in all 3 sections: the single, double, and the quad. This is the John Elway. Very nice color scheme there with the metallic chrome. Got the Denver Bronco orange on the front. Now this is I want to get your thoughts on this because my co-host yesterday, Robbie, was a little back and forth on it, but he liked the comparison. I said that I saw a lot of, I don't know if you're a big board game guy, Chinmay, but I see a lot of Clue/Stratego in this in this design here for this custom Mike Evans Speed Flex. So you can see almost even like a Robin Hood type Buccaneer. You got the nice little pin through the top of the cap there, but definitely the painter for this one deserves a raise. Very, very nice job there on that Speed Flex.
You got Evans written across the top.
Yep.
His signature is in the sweet spot of that Speed Flex. But yeah, great color scheme. A lot of Stratego vibes.
I'm
for sure.
I'm glad you know Stratego, man.
Yeah.
I feel like I've name dropped Stratego a couple different times in my life, and I've gotten some interesting side eyes. So I'm glad it's a great. My dad and I used to play it all the time when I was younger.
Stratego's phenomenal. Stratego was the when you were in elementary school and you had there was like a Friday afternoon, the last like hour of class was just like free for all, and you basically like sat around chat or like play board games or like do whatever you wanted to. Stratego was the go-to move among the board games that were available.
Yeah, I mean, also it's just an opportunity for you to like claim intellectual dominance over some of your boys when you were younger, some of your friends. It was my way of my dad showing that he was superior, intellectually over me, which I hope so. I was like 12, 13 years old, man. I'm not some kind of board game prodigy. So that was disheartening, but yeah, very, very fun game to play. But a very fun game for you guys to also get involved in playing as well is by getting into these breaks. Really want to see this jersey one. This jersey one will go by the end of the show. We are just a little bit over an hour and change into our 9 a.m. show here. So I want to keep the show going longer than 11 a.m. for you guys, but that is going to be dependent on what you guys are looking to get into and play. So for those
you guys make the show. We can sit here, talk about our spread picks. We can talk about sports, and we will do that. But ultimately, you guys make the show with these breaks and breaking this memorabilia. So I would get it. Yeah, I would close out that jersey series. I would get into this college series, though. You're basically getting great value back, regardless of what comes out of the box. If you do win, you're getting either a rep helmet along with some gift card money and a shot at the Mahomes, or you're coming out with a headliner. That's basically what it comes down to at this point.
So let's talk about this whole paragraph right here. And that's exactly where I want to go with this Chinmay. So if you are getting in this college lottery series, if you are not familiar with their college series before, this might be one of the best college series that UA has ever done. So not only do you have an opportunity to get yourself a replica helmet like Chinmay just said, we have 27, correct? 27 available left.
27 boxes.
Yeah, 27.
27 boxes. There are 14 entries left in the Mahomes. For the Mahomes giveaway. There's 14 entries left, which means there's at least 14 rep helmets.
Yep.
There could be more, but at least 14.
Yep.
There's 16 headliners. Basic math tells me that there's an overlap of at least a couple there, right? Because we have 27 boxes, so you would think 13 headliners. Obviously, if you get the Speed Flex or the authentic helmets, you're probably not going to get a chance. There's probably not going to be an entry slip for the Mahomes. But that tells me that one or more of these secondary headliners, the non-photoed, are reps. So either the Vic, Rod Woodson, Xavier Leggett, one of those, probably two of those, are rep helmets, which also give you the gift card opportunity and the Mahomes opportunity. And you're walking away with the secondary headliner.
Do you actually
on
mind
the
doing me
helmet.
a favor there? I hate to cut you off there, man.
Oh,
but
no, go ahead.
that Rod Woodson is not available in the
Oh,
secondary
okay, it's
headliners.
not. All right.
So now noticing the board. So there's always things are always free flowing here in the break room, but I would know that since I pulled the Purdue Boilermaker out yesterday. So I was gonna say I thought I heard you say Rod Woodson earlier, but now that I know that it's the college lottery, even better. Now that I see it on the board, so. Okay, that is now up there, or that is now taken off from there. But we still have the Mike Vick and the Xavier Legette, the secondary headliners for the College Lottery Series. So pulling the screen back up for you guys here because I want you guys to see the highlighted portion of this. This is very important. So not only do we possibly have some odds that would overlap in terms of making you guys the most bang for your buck, that's exactly what we want to get you guys involved in here. But in all actuality, if everything goes well for you guys playing this, so not only does it get you one of the last 14 chances as a chance to win this custom Patrick Mahomes helmet right here. This is the prize that we are giving away, up to potentially $3,000 in total value, possibly even more if you get a friendly Chiefs fan on your side. Not only that, but you also get yourself a potential chance at entering into a gift card, a UA gift card worth up to $350 in total value. I was lucky enough yesterday during my noon and 3 o'clock shows yesterday for the first and only ball to be pulled from this series. So 14 of these things left, and the 350 is up there. I feel like I'm Howie Mandel from Deal or No Deal, and like I actually know, Chinmay, what is inside of all of the cases.
Yeah.
I have the $1 million briefcase number in front of me. It's up to you guys to pull that out.
There's no actual $1 million case here.
There is no, but you can feel like $1 million
You can
bucks.
feel like $1 million bucks.
If you end up pulling the correct ball out of here that is worth the $350 in value, you can not only walk away potentially with the Speed Flex, also with this Patrick Mahomes prize, but also $350 in free UA gift card value.
Yeah, so you wouldn't get the Speed Flex because that wouldn't make you eligible, right? It's only the rep helmet.
The rep helmet, correct.
Yeah, so
correct.
you wouldn't get the speed. You'd get the rep helmet though. You'd still get the rep helmet. And in the college series, those rep helmets, we know even the hidden gems are going to be very notable college players.
Mm-hmm.
So you get that rep helmet. You could potentially get the 350. If you get the 350, you can buy back into. You're basically getting another spot in the break. In that college break, you can if it's in the double, you're paying for your spot. If it's in the single, you can jump back into a different single and still be up on money, and you get your entry into the Mahomes. And let's say you win. Let's say you jump back in to the single with that gift card, and you win again, another wrap helmet. You can get another entry into the Mahomes giveaway and another lottery ball, and you could potentially just keep it rolling.
Yeah, literally keep it rolling.
What's to say like you start off hot and it just keeps going. Like that can easily happen.
We want to see this thing start to roll. We want to see this thing start to roll for you guys. And the only way that we can do that is by getting you guys in this college lottery series. So just looking that over one again before Chinmay, I'll let you go into your week 2 spread pick, my man. We have 7 spots left available in the college lottery single break series. The closest one we have to breaking. Would love to get this down would love to get this down to 3 potentially before we transition into our noon show.
Sure.
We have 6 spots left available in the double box break. So let us know in the chat, Ty, Brian, Mario, if you are still with us. I see that we have about 5 eyeballs currently eyeing us here on this Saturday morning. So feel free to chime in the chat. What are you guys looking forward to this weekend? What are your weekend plans? And what are you guys also looking forward to seeing get yourselves involved in the break so we can end up pushing that? Because for those that are tuning in, we want to be able to provide you guys as many break opportunities as possible. The more breaks we have, the higher the chances are that you obviously are going to be able to win something for yourself, which is what we want first and foremost. So 1 spot left available in that in the jersey series that is going to close out by the end of this show. So all right, Chinmay, so going back over into the pros. So you got the Baltimore Ravens at 11.5. I'm going with is it the second highest? No, it's the 3rd highest spread on the slate. And the Arizona Cardinals covering their 6.5 at home in their home opener. Who do you got for pick number 2?
Yeah, so there's a couple lines at 6.5, right? Cardinals are 6.5, Lions are 6.5, Bills are 6.5. I'm gonna go with. This is an interesting one to me. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys at home minus
Okay.
4.5. Look, Dallas, the second half against the Eagles, that weather delay threw everything off. We were looking at a game that was going to be in the high 30s, potentially low 40s in terms of scoring that day. The weather delay just threw everything off. There won't be such thing in the dome that Dallas plays in, so we won't have any weather issues. And the Giants, even though they have a pretty stout defensive line, against the Commanders, they gave up 220 rushing yards on 6.9 yards per carry. So it wasn't even like the Commanders ran the ball 60 times.
Yeah.
The Giants were just getting gashed. And Dallas, they don't have the best running backs, but they're competent enough, and they're at home, and that's going to open up the play action pass. That's going to open up opportunities for Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. So I like the Cowboys minus 4.5. I think they win by a touchdown or more against New York.
Yeah, I mean, so this I can see the spread open up at 5.5. So money coming in on the Giants. However, now down to 4.5 is the official pick for Chinmay. So yeah, I mean, look, I'm big on home openers for a lot of teams. It's a theme that I'm going to be trying to go with here today. But yeah, I mean, Dallas played Philly really, really well week one. They
probably should have won the game.
They should have won the game.
Miles Sanders doesn't fumble that football, they probably do win the game.
CeeDee Lamb had a couple opportunities down the stretch
CeeDee
of that
Lamb
game as well.
Had a bad drop, and then the second drop that he had on that drive was more tough. That's like a 30-70 catch that he should not be expected to come up with. But that first drop that he had, that was tough. So Cowboys really should have won that game against Philadelphia.
Okay, so minus 4.5 for yourself for Dallas. Now, just one little thing there. So, I mean, look, I would agree. I think it's more of, instead of highlighting what the positives could be for Dallas, like you said, Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders. I don't know if Jaden Blue, their rookie, is going to be healthy.
Probably be a healthy scratch.
Might be a healthy scratch, maybe. Now, that's the thing with Miles Sanders, unfortunately. He had that 48-yard run, and then what does he do the same drive? He ends up coughing it right back up. And that was really the deciding factor in the game that led to Philadelphia moving to 1-0. But for Dallas, look, I think a lot of it is more just which team is going to make the fewest amount of mistakes. And with how Dak Prescott looked in week one, he looked like vintage Dak Prescott. He felt the pocket presence was good. The mobility was very good. And those are the biggest thing. You know that he's going to have the big arm. George Pickens is a PI waiting to happen down the field. He's going to get a team and offense 1 or 2 PIs a game, which is something that I wish was really talked about more. Obviously, for fantasy purposes, that can never be accounted for. But people that watch the games religiously, Sunday in and Sunday out, that's something that's a very relevant thing to have. So they're going to be able to push the ball up and down the field on this Giants offense, not because necessarily they were super disappointing week one. Obviously, the run game, they were horrendous, but they couldn't keep the offense on the field. Yeah. The best defense you can have in the NFL is your best offense. And just putting up 6 measly points against the oldest defense in the league, in the Washington Commanders. Washington didn't make the NFC Championship game last year based on their defensive prowess. A lot of it was because of their offense. So I can see that one being possibly a 2-possession win for Dallas for sure. But at the same time, too, I can see Dallas making a lot of mistakes as well. But it's all going to be dependent on, can the Giants actually put points up on the board and, put together some long drives. So going back for pick number 2 here for myself. Let's take a look here. We got a lot of half points. I see a lot of 3.5s on the board that I'm really looking at here. Man, we got some good ones. I'm going to go to the Sunday night game.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the Sunday night game, and I'm going to take the first dog part of our picks here.
All right.
I'm going to go with the visiting Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to take them plus 3.5. So I'm going to take them at plus 3. Now, I'm sure this is not going to be a popular pick to most. Well, you know what? Maybe I want to be the ultimate contrarian today. All right. But you have 2 electrifying young quarterbacks. Maybe that's not the word to describe J.J. McCarthy, but I don't know how you cannot describe him as that after his 4th quarter in prime time against the Bears in his first career start. Put up 3 consecutive touchdowns for McCarthy in that 4th quarter. after the pick six to start the second half. He was dynamic. He single-handedly brought Minnesota back in that game. Defense was great for the Vikings the whole second half. No doubt about that. Gave McCarthy and those boys a chance, but he was phenomenal for the Vikings. However, Michael Penix, you could argue, for a full 60 minutes, was the better quarterback in week one. Now, that's not of course, the whole reason what this game comes down to, but Penix, to me, showed really a lot of moxie in week one. He led a potentially game-tying field goal drive. For Younghoe Koo in years past, that's a chip shot 39-yarder that he missed. In a domed environment, in a division game against the team that they're probably going to be looking up at in the NFC South all year long in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That had huge playoff implications in week one. Atlanta needs to get off the slate here in week two. Again, I'm going to use this as a crutch word a lot. I know it's going to sound maybe a little over the top, but I think this is a must-win game for Atlanta in week two. We all know that Tampa Bay is going to be the team that they're chasing in the South. They cannot start off 0-2 against the Tampa Bay team. Let's be honest. Outside of Philadelphia and Green Bay, they're really the number 3 team in the NFC that people are going to expect to come out of the NFC.
I still, as a Packers fan, I would say more scared of the Rams than the Bucks.
Fair enough.
But I think you're right. Atlanta definitely needs this game. And this is a rematch of the national title game from a few years ago in college. Yeah.
At Michigan against Washington.
Yeah.
So not one of the more memorable national title games in recent memory, but and JJ McCarthy, all he does is win. I think he's lost 4 or 5 games since his high school career. All the kid does is win. I saw some ridiculous number, man. He's like 77-4, 77-5, just something just astronomically stupid. So, but I am going to give 3 points with Atlanta. I like their overall offensive attack as well. I think that they can put up points. Anytime that I'm going to take a road dog and give them the points, my first thing that pops in my mind is, can they keep up with the home team in terms of putting up points? Because that's the whole thing about covering a spread. Can you make it a low one possession game? So I think Atlanta can definitely do that. So going into
good pick, but we got the jerseys closed out. So
there we go.
Let's get a jersey break.
All right, wonderful. So we got our first break of the show here. So the A jersey spots are now back up. So let's get going here. So we got the names put back up here as well. So let's get a number going in the chat for you guys. So we have all 30 jersey numbers available for you guys. So if we do not get a number in the chat, we will go to the wheel and spin a wheel number for you guys. So number for the jersey spin. Let's get a number in the chat for you guys. Number for the jersey spin. Let's see it. Can't go wrong. Have all 30 different jersey numbers. Also, just from looking at the names in this jersey series, we got a lot of different names. I love to see that. I like to see a lot of people get different opportunities, different chances. And we got ourselves a ton of headliners as well in the jersey series. Believe that's 13.
13. Brand new series. Box hasn't been open yet, so all the headliners are available there.
Fresh and loaded and ready to go. So I'll give this about another minute or two, guys, to drop a number for the jersey spin. Ty chipping in with the number 9. Number 9 is going to be our jersey for today. You, my little Powerball, are going to go down here. I would like to pull you back out for the college lotto, but unfortunately not of use right now. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Good old number 9 here. There we go. Okay, gonna get the names up and available for you guys. But before we do that, gotta get them in the randomizer. Okay. And Chinmay, our lucky number today was 7, I believe, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see what we got here. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so these will be the top 7, or top 8, I should say, with the number 7. And going over here. Very nice. All right, so as you guys see there right below Chinmay and I, competing for our first break this morning. We got Jamie Cortinez in the NFC North, Jared Steven in the NFC South, Alberto Gomez in the NFC East, Jamie Cortinez once again with a couple entries in the NFC West and the AFC North, James Hamlin in the AFC South, Christopher Rose of the AFC East, NFL Network and MLB Network correspondent Christopher Rose.
Potentially, who knows?
Maybe. Christopher, what's going on, man? Thanks for your Cleveland Guardians for shutting out my White Sox yesterday. Appreciate that. And Ty Percival, not to be confused with former World Series champion and Troy Percival. Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Could be.
I always end up in
Related. Could be related.
Could be related. So Ty saying that he always ends up in the AFC West with the jerseys. So, and you know, for the jerseys though, we do have some very good headliner action in the AFC West. So let's get this one going for you guys.
I believe that Warren Moon is on the Chiefs.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. So do we have a possible early morning mooning? So let's see what we have here. So now, unfortunately for you, Ty, as much as I would like to tell you, my man, that we are starting off in the AFC West, not exactly. We are taking a trip to the NFC West.
Okay.
For JSN, Jackson Smith Njigba, is going to be our first jersey pull of the day. Jamie Cortinez, come on down. Welcome to the JSN fan club. How nice is that? Right on the number right there. Very, very nice there, Jamie. Got the JSN on the back. And the nicest thing about this jersey, Chinmay, you pointed it out earlier, it is a classic Seattle Seahawks jersey, which makes it an even nicer touch. Ty, being the good sport that he always is, saying nice hit, congrats, and yeah.
Yeah, great hit. Headliner hit.
Nice headliner hit. So JSN is off the board. So, I mean, that's got to be a good sign of things to come, though, right? First box in a new series, and you get a headliner. So, good sign of things to come. Reasons on why you guys should be involved in the break room at all times. Oh, so I'll get that updated for you guys in just a second here. Trying to work some of my new folding magic into the... There we go. Okay, so I think that looks all right.
Yeah, JSN, you know, he had many people predicting another big time season for him this year. He coming off a season where he had 100 catches, more than 1,100 yards with the Seahawks. Really broke out as their true number 2/1A receiver. Like DK Metcalf is their big play guy, but JSN sort of becoming that underneath guy for them. Got off to a great start against the 49ers. 9 catches, 124 yards. Didn't find the end zone, but off to a great start in year 3 for Jackson Smith Njigba out of Ohio State. Great hit, Jamie. Great hit.
Very good hit, Jamie. Awesome way to start our Saturday morning with us. Yeah, JSN, man. Probably going to be a top 10 wide receiver in fantasy purposes and even in the NFL. Now, I know that's a very hard distinction to make, fantasy, real life. You know, how do you really differentiate the two? But, man, he is, in terms of separation off the line, you can put him all over the field in the slot, on the outside. He can do just about anything, man. So, very, very fun guy to watch. And I've also his brother, still in professional baseball, not with a major league team, but Cannon Smith Njigba.
Okay.
Played a couple of seasons with the Pittsburgh Pirates. So, nice left-handed bats. So I think he's still an affiliated ball last time I checked. I saw him last year. Haven't seen him as much this year, but yeah, very athletic family, to say the least. Cortinez. Very cool. Where do you guys want to go next is the biggest question. I know that we were talking quite a bit about getting back into the college lottery.
You know, that depth chart series, when we were talking about where you can upgrade, if you don't get a headliner, you can upgrade or have a chance at upgrading that item to a headliner level hit. Also, you could get potentially a gift card as part of your upgrade, not necessarily the headliner item, but there's only 4 boxes left in that series. So
there we go.
There are only 4 boxes left, only 2 headliners. So if you don't pull the headliners, you have a very good chance at pulling an item that will enable you to get the upgrade or have a chance at the upgrade. So I would attack that depth chart series pretty open, but only 4 boxes left. in that series. And still Travis Hunter, Randy Moss, Marshall Faulk, Dick Butkus available as the upgrade items. So those are not the headliners, but as you can see, those names would be headliners in pretty much any series that we have here in the break room. So you can upgrade to a headliner level item, even if you don't win the Edgerrin James or the Michael Penix Jr. That those are the headliners left in that depth chart series. So 50% chance at a headliner. If you don't win a headliner, go to the wheel. A chance to get the upgrade.
Yeah, let's do it, man. So is that was that the double box or the single box break?
So there's one person in the double and one person in the single. So it'll be the last double, and then we will put up one more single after the single closes because there's 4 boxes left.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah. So make sure to hop into that, guys. So just looking at this depth chart overall, looking to clear this out. And you know, we got a little bit of work to do, a little bit of ways to go, but still have a lot of time to get it done for you guys. So the Michael Penix Jr. and the Edgerrin James on the other photoed headliners there in the depth chart series, and just talking about the upgrades that Chinmay was alluding to. So just gonna highlight here for you guys is Jersey Slime tuning in, Mr. Bob Boulay saying good morning from a sunny Jersey Shore.
Okay,
all right. Heading to a festival in Asbury Park later. Nice, Hosier, LCD Sound System, ZZ Top. Get Blink 182, Lenny Kravitz, Sublime. Nice, so touching the nice grunge rock of the, even going back to Lenny Kravitz in the 70s, but touching the Sublime Blink 182 of the 90s. You know, I'm having a very sublime morning with my man Chinmay. So yeah, I mean, I was actually listening to Santeria on the on the drive back from work yesterday. So good morning to you, Bob. Nice to see that you're tuning in. So hope you enjoy your festivals this weekend, my man.
Yeah, have a good time.
Yeah, have a go. I know we just had so for Riot Fest here in the Chicagoland area, we just have Green Day. What was it? Green Day. I can see their faces, but I can't. Oh my God, Island in the Sun. Weezer. I almost said Geezer. Oh my God, Weezer was the headliner there. Blink 182.
Blink 182 is coming.
Yep.
Let's see this lineup.
I almost said Geezer. That would have been crazy.
Weird Al. Weird Al is here.
Yep, Weird Al as well. I think Robbie Lopez is going to be there today. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I know he was talking about that. So Robbie, hope you're enjoying yourself, my guy. So just wanted to focus on this highlight.
Wow, Gym Class Heroes. They're
still going.
Yeah, Gym Class Heroes is going to be at Riot Fest as well.
Travie McCoy appearance maybe in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Gym Class Heroes. Wow, made middle school me very happy there. Wow, oh my God. Okay, so just in this highlighted part here, what Chinmay was just alluding to, you get an upgraded potential item in this depth chart series or a $75 gift card you can also win to. And that, of course, is decided by a wheel spin that we would enter you guys into. $61, just $61 to get yourselves into the single box break in this depth chart. Yeah. So we have a lot of movement that needs to be done in there. But focusing on the college lottery series. So we now have 6 spots available left in the double box break in the depth chart and the practice squad as well. Practice squad have a lot of opportunities available in there. Let's talk about that, as that is also tied for our closest Series 2 breaking. Want to get that down to the magic number of 3. We're getting close to about 15 minutes left here to that elusive 11 o'clock mark here Central Time in the Chicagoland area. But I will extend that for you guys. First and foremost, if we can get in the practice squad or if we can get into the depth chart down to the magic number of 3, I will stay on an extra 10 to 15 minutes longer to see if we can get any action available for you guys. So just talking about this practice squad series that we have available, I got some excellent headliners available for you. So the practice squad, I like to call the mystery box because you have a lot more variety inside of this practice squad. Yeah. You can get a John Elway jersey as a featured headliner. You can get my man, who's going to end up being the #1 tight end in football this year. I'm putting my stamp on it. And I'm not unfortunately saying that because of the Brock Bowers knee injury. That has nothing to do with it. But Trey McBride on the Salute to Service authentic helmet, you can also gather up for yourself. The Malik Neighbors mini for the New York Football Giants. Or the Mike Vick Speed Flex. Or is that the Speed Flex or authentic? This looks like an authentic. I'm going to double check on that.
It's a Speed Flex.
Is it a Speed Flex? Okay.
On the board. Let's see if
it is a Speed Flex on the board. Okay, so good learning opportunity. So always check for that SF marker. So it is indeed a Mike Vick Speed Flex. And the reason I have it zoomed in for those that can see, the dual threat GOAT. And certainly no lies told there. That could be yours as well, just for the measly tune of $102 in the double box break, 61 in the single box break. And we have
51 in
51 in the single,
Yeah.
51 in the single, 102 in the double, and we still have this available here for you guys. So a lot of opportunities to get yourself into that. Bob's saying that he's going to MSG on Wednesday with his goddaughter and friends for Dua Lipa. I will not be sitting next to them so they can have some fun.
Okay.
Very nice, man. That's
Dua Lipa is one of the Dua Lipa doesn't miss. There are very few artists who don't have one or two sort of, I wouldn't say like down songs, but not necessarily their most popular item. I can't name that. I can't name a non Dua Lipa
you're a Dua Lipa stan. Yeah.
She doesn't miss.
No,
I'm not the biggest Dua Lipa fan, but she doesn't miss. I don't hate any of her songs.
I will say though, yeah, I mean, like,
I enjoy every single one of her songs.
I was gonna say, like, you know, a good way to kind of like determine that is like if you're going out with your friends or whatever on a weekend and you know you hear a Dua Lipa song, you see how everybody else reacts around you. You know, if the place gets louder, you know, and stuff like that, the mood changes. Yeah, everybody's just more smiles on the faces, and yeah, Dua Lipa. I'm sure it's gonna bring a big smile to Bob Boulet's face here. So we are about 15 minutes away from the 11 o'clock hour, and gives us enough time to. I'll go through a quick rundown with about maybe 5 minutes left to go. So until then, Chinmay and I are going to get ourselves through our last round of spread picks here.
Last pick, yeah.
So we're moving on a good pace here. So for those just tuning in here on the UA Break Room, we just had Jamie Cortinez about 10 minutes ago get herself a lovely headliner jersey and for Jackson Smith and Njigba. So hopefully that isn't the last break that we have for you guys available. So for those that did miss the spread picks as well, something that Chinmay and I are doing every week for the entire NFL season. We're going to keep track of this through memory, through post-it notes, through both. Hopefully none of them are fuzzy. Still waiting on confirmation on that Seattle Buffalo pick, by the way.
We'll get that. We'll get that. Don't worry. I haven't forgotten about it.
Still going to go back and check on that. So Chinmay with a potential very fuzzy looking 2-1 early lead. He's going with Baltimore to cover by 11.5 and Dallas to cover by 4.5 going into week 2. Let's see what he has for his third spread pick of week 2.
This is going to be an interesting one. You talked about them earlier. I like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay.
As road dogs
Going to the Monday night game.
I might go. I might do an alternate line 3.5, just because late field goal might ruin 2.5. But for our purposes, I'll go Bucks 2.5 on the Monday night game. By the way, we have another jersey break that just closed out.
No, really?
New customer Nicole closed out the whole break. So,
the whole break.
Yeah.
All 8 spots.
Yeah. So she's gonna take home a jersey. So I guess Nicole is in the chat. She can pick a box number. No, I'm not kidding.
Get out of town.
I'm not kidding.
That is insane, Nicole. Well, I'm seeing you guys are seeing the sold out here. Well, Nicole, if you're tuning into the chat, welcome in. Thank you so much. Oh, that's incredible. Wow. So wasting no time there. So must have saw the JSN go and said, wow, you got some great headliners here. So let's pop back into it. So now we have 29 out of the 30 available jerseys. We're going to go down to 28 here in just a quick moment. Just let me change the ticker for you guys for the jerseys. So we did have...
Box 9.
Box 9 was taken,
gone,
correct?
Yeah. Box 9 was gone.
We're going to have 1 through 8. And then we're going to have 10 through 30 available left for you guys. Let's see. Save this real quick. There we go. Ticker's now updated. Okay, so this is what you could potentially get in any one of these headliners outside of the Jackson Smith and Njigba. And then we also have Patrick Peterson, Joe Theismann. I do not have a Joe Theismann story available, so let's see if we get that one. Thurman Thomas and more. So I'm going to look for a number.
You don't need you don't need to do the randomizer because she's got all 8 spots. So you just need the number. Yeah, we
Yep.
just need a box number.
I just need a box number for you, Nicole. So number from you. Number, I should say, for jersey.
Jersey number 2.
Jersey number 2.
Jersey break. Yeah, jersey break number 2.
Yeah, for jersey spin number 2. Thank you. Yeah, if this is your first order, like Chinmay said, and one thing we like to ask all the newcomers here in the break room, you got a favorite team? Now, clearly, if you're looking to buy out an entire jersey series, I would imagine that there's a certain photoed headliner that caught your eye, Nicole. So if there is somebody that did catch your eye, feel free to let us know, and hopefully we can get you some box luck here. All right, let me get these names in here for you. Now, the nice thing here, Chinmay, is that I'm not going to go through the the whole rundown for. Let's see. Break screen. There we go. Thank you for doing that, my man. Appreciate it. So, Nicole Demely. Please let me know if I pronounced that incorrectly, but I'll give you about another minute or so to decide on that number for yourself for the jersey number. If not, I will have the wheel decide.
Yeah, let us know, what your favorite team is, how you heard about Ultimate Autographs, and what you're chasing in the jerseys.
Just to make sure one more time, the number 9 is gone, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Whew, so some good ones so far. So really quick, to just have a little bit of buffer here, but so Tampa Bay plus 2.5. I would have gone with Tampa Bay without a doubt if that number was at 3. I was really hoping that number would be at 3.
I'll probably if I end up betting it, go 3.5.
Makes
plus
sense.
3.5. But I mean, Houston did not look good offensively against the Rams, and Rams are a pretty good defense. But Tampa Bay, just something about they have that mojo. Baker has that mojo in Tampa Bay, so I like the Bucks to go to Houston and get a win.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, totally doable. I think they are the favorites without a doubt to come out of the NFC South. And a favorite team is announced by Nicole. What's going on, Nicole? Saying that her favorite team is the Seahawks.
Oh, well.
Well,
Unfortunately,
Nicole, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, especially if this is going to be your first break here at UA, but we actually just had the photoed headliner of Jackson Smith-Njigba, as Ty chiming in at the same time saying, ouch. Jackson Smith-Njigba just went off the board as our first photoed headliner in the jersey series, but that does not mean that we still do not have any other potential jerseys in the non-photoed headliners that could potentially be Seahawks. So
she's getting a jersey no matter what.
you're getting a jersey, and that's something that many people cannot say when they enter the break room. So regardless, you're going to walk out with something exciting. But now, if Jamie is in the chat, let's say that, Nicole, if you don't end up with a Seahawks jersey, you can reach out to Jamie in the chat and say, whatever you end up with.
Interested in a trade?
Are you interested in a trade? Trades are more than doable here at Ultimate Autographs. So just feel free to swap each other's information, preferably doing that over email. Just reach out, just have a conversation and figure that out.
Yeah, so if it's in the same show,
Yes.
we can facilitate the trade for you.
Correct.
You don't need to do that. But
Correct.
Jamie, if he's not in the chat, Jamie's not in the chat right now, then Jamie jumps in later. You reach out then. If it's not in the same show, you guys have to get that trade done on your own. But if it's in the same show, we can facilitate that. So yeah, if you land another headliner, maybe there's an opportunity there to swap for JSN.
Nicole, do you have a number for us? Any number between 1 through 8 or 10 through 30, as the number 9 is now gone. Still 29 of these boxes still available in the jersey series. We will be down to 28 after Nicole's pick. Or, Nicole, if you are a big fan on testing Lady Luck, we can let the wheel decide on who you are going to be taking home with you today.
I haven't heard of this, but there could be wheel magic too. I haven't heard. I have not. That has not caught fire though. That has not quite caught on.
Regardless,
Wheel magic has not quite caught on.
Nicole is creating her own wheel magic. Either way,
Sure.
So
Right.
by buying out all the spots, they're leaving nothing to chance. So, Nicole, since I haven't seen anything, I'm going to jump into the wheel spin for you, just so I can get you and your jersey before we end up closing out of our 9 o'clock show here coming up shortly, so I can do one more rundown for you. So numbers 1 through 30 outside of the number 9. If Carter's not available, I'll pick the number 13. Okay, so there you go. We got a buzzer beater. I didn't hit the spin button. Nicole jumped in right in the nick of time with lucky number 13. Now, Nicole, are you going with that because today's the date of the number 13, or is there a certain Seahawks player that makes you like the number 13? Wonderful. You know what's also wonderful, Chinmay? Bill Krosky-Merritt officially announces the number 1 running back for Washington.
Okay.
So that's good for fantasy purposes. Started him on Thursday. Was not a fan of that. Okay, so let's see. So we got number 9 here.
13.
13.
Right? Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. Number 13. Okay, so we got number 13 here for you. Jersey break number 2 today. Looking to close out with some heat. Nicole says just for funsies. Well, I'm hoping whatever comes out of here is the color of blue and teal, just for you, Nicole. Looking for some of that first time luck here in the break room. So let's see what we got here. Okay. So we are going to go. We're going to go a different type of blue colored route, more of the teal colored selection. Gonna go back in the time machine a little bit here. An all-time great wide receiver for the Miami Dolphins, recorded 84 touchdowns in his career. The 5-time Pro Bowler in Mark Clayton, a part of the Ann Morris series. Mark Clayton breaking his way into the break room today. So very, very nice hit for your first time around there. Pop this open for you, Nicole. Show you where the signature is, what the jersey looks like. Very nice.
Great hit. The Dolphins color scheme is on point.
It's unbeaten.
Their football might not be on point, but the color scheme is definitely on point. I have, which doesn't fit me anymore, Dante Culpepper Dolphins jersey.
Oh my God.
So big fan of the Dolphins color scheme, especially that teal. But Mark Clayton, great hit, played for the Packers for 1 year, late at the end of his career. So obligatory Packers shout out there. But great hit, Nicole. New customer magic, and I guess box color magic to a certain extent.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, you went to this is the type of ferocity that we need to see in the break room. Anytime that you are a new member, you do not leave anything to chance. You want to take a plunge into this break room.
Oh, well, she's from South Florida.
Even better. Awesome. From South
So you
Florida.
can rock the Clayton jersey.
There you go. So I mean, you could be walking around with this one. You could put this up on your mantle when you host some Sunday afternoon football. Because let's be honest, even though you're a Seahawks fan, I don't think many people down in South Florida want to talk about the Dolphins right now. So maybe talking about a Dolphin from the past might serve you better justice there, Nicole. So very awesome hit. And again, welcome to the break room. Welcome to the break room. So I'm just going to do a quick last-second rundown for you guys as I put away Nicole's Mark Clayton jersey here. And I'm going to give you guys a couple more minutes to buy into some last-second break spots before Chinmay and I walk away, get ourselves some lunch, or do we call it brunch? I think the 11 o'clock hour is the definition of what brunch is. Like, that is the most acceptable hour to have brunch.
I'm at the point now where food is just food, and I'll eat food whenever. There's no designated meals.
You and me both.
It's like if I feel like eating something, I'll just eat something. There's no I don't have the times, like, I gotta eat breakfast within this window. I gotta eat lunch within this window. I gotta eat dinner within this window. Kind of just eat food all day. That's kind of my thing.
Eat food all day, every day. Doesn't have to be 3 times a day. My mom used to have this ridiculously regimented eating schedule. I mean, when you're kids, when you're younger, it's supposed to be more normalized that way. So totally understandable. But
get into a routine a little bit.
If I was not at what she called the supper table, now again, supper table, so that already is raising a lot of red flags. But if I was not there by 5 o'clock on the dot, I wouldn't eat. I was not allowed to eat. So
okay.
Yeah. But Nicole started filling herself up there with
once you start being able to purchase your own food. I'm a big snacks person. Like,
okay.
I gotta have snacks. And once you have snacks, like, there's no breakfast, lunch, dinner. Like, you're just eating that. You're just eating those snacks all day.
Oh yeah, for sure. Let's try to nibble our way through the rest of the break room here, and hopefully before we get off, I still see about 4 eyeballs tuning in with us on Twitch for those tuning in. So thank you guys. I would like to take one more big bite out of one of these series here before Chinmay and I step aside for about the next hour or so. So shout out to Nicole and also Jamie Cortinez earlier. We had 2 breaks here in the Jersey series, which are now fully loaded. All 8 spots are available. We still have 12 out of these 13 headliners. Jamie was able to bring down the JSN headliner jersey earlier. The College Lottery Series. So I'm going to talk about this briefly. We have 8 spots available in the quad, 6 in the double, and still 8 in the single, 7 in the single. So a little bit of movement there. That going for $139 a pop. This is going to be the most talked about one. If you do end up tuning into other UA break shows, whether that's with me and Chinmay at noon or later on in the day today or the rest of the weekend, we're going to be having a ton of college themed series going on. So not only do you get yourself a potential chance at entering an opportunity to earn one of these replica jerseys in this series, you could also, if you do end up winning your drawing inside of a break, you do get yourself a randomized gift card amount that we actually end up spinning around in a little bit of a lottery wheel for those that haven't seen. And you can earn yourself up to a gift card worth up to 350 smackaroos in UA gift card value. Now, the great thing about that is that you can just see here, you can buy yourself 2 full entries into the College Lottery single box series, or you can buy yourself a full double, or you can take more than 50% off of a quad box entry, saying if you ended up winning a $350 UA gift card. So in some of the speed flexes in this series, Justin Herbert, Calvin Johnson, Josh Allen, Ray Lewis, Bruce Smith, Trevor Lawrence, Bo Jackson, Aiden Hutchinson, and Alvin Kamara. Some of the speed flexes that I was alluding to, this is the Patrick Mahomes speed flex. This is the prize that you enter yourself an opportunity to win. And the only way that you can do that is by playing the College Lottery Series. Just showing you guys this really quick. This Patty Mahomes. I'm not showing off my Post-it notes. Those are for me. You guys cannot win those Post-it notes. Go to Staples if you want Post-it notes. So this is the one that you can enter yourself an opportunity to win here in that series. Going through some of the rest of the series that we have available here for you guys. We also have the Vault series. The quad box has 8 spots left available, 8 in the double. And in the single, we have 8. So we are wide open across the board in the Vault break. We have some very good headliners still available. The leading rusher since entering the NFL 8 years ago in Derrick Henry on the Salute to Service Baltimore Ravens lid. We have the Travis Hunter all gray and gold Jacksonville Jaguars. You can earn not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 Buffalo Bills Hall of Fame signatures. Andre Reed, Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas, Marv Levy, and Bruce Smith all across the Bills lid there. Can also earn yourself my guy, KW, if you're a C-Red Bird Gang guy, such as myself with the Arizona Cardinals, and the former Super Bowl winner in Kurt Warner for the Arizona Cardinals, and Julio Jones on the all-gray Atlanta Falcons custom speed flex there. So all spots available in the vault for that opening. Also have the Hail Mary Diamond Series as well. Some of the photoed headliners in this one, the Mike Evans Creamsicle. We have the CD Lamb Salute to Service, the Julio Jones as well making another appearance for the Atlanta Falcons here in the break room. The Marshall Falk, the MVP and former running back of the greatest show on turf, St. Louis Rams. The custom John Elway Denver Broncos Chrome Speed Flex, also available in this series. Unfortunately, that damn Barry Sanders got pulled last night. Very happy to see that happen. Really biased because I wanted to see that for myself because that was my favorite one out of all the series that we are currently doing. So if you want to also possibly get yourself into an upgrade in another series, it's not just the college lottery that we have a little special promo going on for. The depth chart as well. So the depth chart, you get yourself an opportunity to win a $75 UA gift card, or you can get yourself an upgraded item as well. However, Chinmay, we are starting to wind ourselves down in the depth chart series. We only have 4 available boxes left, but 2 of those being headliners. You give yourself a 50% chance to earn a Hall of Fame Edgerrin James Indianapolis Colts lid or a Michael Penix Atlanta Falcons lid, the man who I hope can cover 3 points this weekend on Sunday night against the Minnesota Vikings. So getting pretty close to rounding out some of our breaks here for you guys.
We have closed out a vault double.
Let's go. Vault double, baby.
Nicole has once again decided to buy all 8 spots.
Nicole being our Saturday savior this afternoon. I love to see it. Some first time magic. She wants to get it down. I love to see that. How many spots was that? Were there 6 spots left? You said?
No, there are 8 spots.
8 spots. Yeah. So she cleared them out, man. We're gonna call her the sweeper, man. She is clear. Nicole the sweeper, just coming through and just bulldozing her way through some of these series. So Nicole, very, very nice to hear. So just to give you a quick refresh on what you have available before we end up asking you the number in this vault series. Let's see, Chinmay, how many is that? 19? If I count that correctly, 19 and 8 headliners.
19 boxes, 8 headliners. Also 4 vault keys available. So chance at some gift card money there.
Yep. Yeah.
If
Perfect.
you do pull the vault key.
Yeah, so we also have all vault keys, Nicole, which I will explain to you as well in just a second, but just to give you a quick refresher. Derrick Henry, Travis Hunter, this 5-time Hall of Fame Buffalo Bills signature helmet, the Patrick Mahomes inverse color speed flex. This is not the prize that we're giving away in the college lottery. Same design, different color scheme, different colored visor. This is going to be, I'm surely the one that you are targeting, or 2 other great speed flexes as well, in Kurt Warner and Julio Jones. 8 out of the 19 being photoed headliners. We also have Eddie George and Tony Dorsett being a part of our secondary headliner series for this as well. So that is a double box break, Nicole. So that means that we are going to have 2 numbers that I am going to need from you that are going to be pulled out here. So just give me a second to type that up. Numbers for you, Nicole.
And you can see which numbers are available scrolling on the ticker on the main page.
Correct.
If you go, if you take off the randomizer, you can see them on the bottom there, scrolling on the page for the numbers that are available.
Very good point. So as you can see there, Nicole, so the numbers 2 through 6, 8 through 11, the number 14, 16 through 18, the number 20, 23 through 26, and 29 are all available for you in the vault. So Chinmay, I know you just mentioned the vault key. So how does that exactly work? So Nicole knows what she can possibly earn with a gift card.
Yeah, so there will be some items. In most cases, it won't be a photoed headliner or a headliner, but it will be a full size helmet. So you'll get the full size helmet that's in the box, and there will also be a paper in the box that says you have won a vault key. And then we will ask you for a letter. And it's B, C, D, and E that are available right now in the vault keys. And you'll pick a letter, and then that box will have a paper with a dollar amount in there, and you will get that money back in the form of a UA gift card, along with the item that you won in the break. So you're not just getting the gift card, you are getting the item that you won back, or as well.
Yeah. So
that's how the vault keys work. And the vault keys that are available, there's a $50 key, $200 keys, and the $300 key. The $200 key has been pulled, but with the 50, the 2 100s, and the 300 all available.
2 100s, 300, and the 50 still available.
Yep.
And the vault keys.
In the vault keys.
Yep. And Nicole is hoping that there is a vault key in number 5 and 9.
Okay.
5 and 9 is what she's looking for. So Nicole, back-to-back times, going up against no competition. Loves no competition. Walked away with a gorgeous teal Miami Dolphins Mark Clayton jersey. What is in store next in this Vault Series for Nicole? So I'm hoping for you that we can say, I mean, if you end up getting that Patrick Mahomes speed flex, that is the hit of all hits. I have a very hard time that the 3 o'clock or 6 o'clock shows are going to have a better pull than that. So, and we get 2 of the nicest looking boxes here. So thank you, my man. Appreciate it. Thank you. So here is the gold vault for you, Nicole. Boom, that bad boy right here. So this is numero 5, number 5 going out here in the vault. Let's do this thing. My first vault that I'm opening up.
Okay.
First vaults. Nicole, much like yourself, I'm also a newbie. This is just my 3rd week here at Ultimate Autographs, just my 3rd hosting shift. So I'm hoping that your second pull is going to be a good one. Now, it looks like we're off to a good start. So we got ourselves a helmet here. So that's going to look nice. And let's see if one of these is a headliner. Now, the thing I always look for, Chinmay, So I always look for the little card that comes with this.
Yeah.
So I can get a good idea of who I'm getting here. Where are you? Aha. There it is. All right. So it's a wide receiver heavy room today as we are going as Jeff August, right on cue, the Green Bay Packer man himself.
Oh,
sees
there we go.
A Jordy Nelson, 87, here today. Jordy Nelson, a beauty, here to get pulled out of the vault. You love to see it. You get a gold box, you get a green and gold player. Jordy Nelson, excellent pull.
Nicole, as a Seahawks fan, might not be too happy about that, but I, as a Green Bay Packers fan, I'm very happy about this.
Yeah, I'm going to have to keep this on my side of the table.
Jordy Nelson is one of the all-time Packer greats, not as sort of recognized as, Donald Driver, Greg Jennings, but instrumental in helping the Green Bay Packers win that Super Bowl in 2011 and quickly became one of Aaron Rodgers' top targets in Green Bay. So, great hit.
Way to go, Nicole.
And, Jordy Nelson, authentic, not a headliner, but headliner worthy for sure.
Oh, without a doubt.
Very well-known player, longtime NFL career, and great to see some Packers colors out here on the on the table.
We see White Lightning pop in the room every now and then. So Jordy Nelson, the Green Bay Packer great, and also he was comeback player of the year as well with the Oakland Raiders as well. Nelson, in his career, the one-time Super Bowl champion and one-time Pro Bowler, all coming in that 2011 season. That was the 2011 season, correct? The Super Bowl winning. Mm-hmm. I was gonna say I have the resident Packers fan here with me, so always good to validate through you.
And hey, just trying to throw it back to the college lottery series. K-State is a team that is in the college lottery series, and there's a good chance. Not saying that's 100%, but there's a good chance we have Jordy Nelson in one series. There's a good chance we have Jordy Nelson, K-State in the hiding out in the college lottery. Now, the Kansas State might actually need Jordy Nelson to go back to school right now, given the way they're playing.
Yeah.
But that's you can kind of guess some of the non-headliner hits. You can kind of guess if they're in one series. There's a good chance that they'll be available in other series as well. But great hit to start out this vault double.
Oh, I'm jealous. I'm a Cardinals fan. There's just something about the green and gold color scheme now. Dom Pellegrini, who like
another Packers fan.
Another Packers fan. It reeks of cheese in the break room over here. Let me tell you, but. He was actually wondering if I wasn't a closet Packers fan just because of because I've given a lot of credit to
some secret love to the Packers.
Yeah, I haven't made it so secret on the air though. I just think that they're just a very well-ran franchise. They've had some of the more iconic and favorite players of mine since I've been watching football. So nothing but love here for Green Bay. So okay, so Jordy Nelson, authentic. And we still got one more to go before we end up signing off for you guys here, unless we start to get some more movement. But Chinmay and I are going to step away after this vault pull for Nicole. So really good morning show here. Chinmay really starting to pick up here towards the buzzer beer. All right, so Troy saying, or Ty, excuse me, I'm calling you Troy Percival now. Nice hit. Let's see a cloth bag in the next one. Yeah, would love to. Love to. See, this is the nice thing too, Nicole, is that if you become a part of our regulars, which I don't know why you wouldn't after today, with all of this heat that you're pulling, but great interaction, great times, very good community here at Ultimate Autographs. So let's see here. There we go. All right. Hopefully a speed flex. That's what I'm hoping.
Well, it's not a speed flex.
It is not a speed flex.
Which is good news for everybody else.
That is true. Okay. Let's see what we got here. So, unfortunately, Nicole, this is not a headliner, but it is a secondary headliner. As we are going down to the Lone Star State, and we're going to say hello to Tony Dorsett.
All right.
Tony Dorsett, a part of the secondary headliner series there. Going with the alt colors for the Dallas Cowboys. Nice silver and black there. Very nice sweet spot signature for Tony Dorsett, getting it right above the Lone Star itself. So awesome hit once again for Nicole. So Tony Dorsett, very, very good Cowboys player of the 70s and 80s. This is a very nice rave, as Jeff Dawgus, very nice to point out. So Tony Dorsett with multiple rushing yard seasons of over 1,000 yards, 8 of them in total. The Hall of Famer in Dorsett, the 4-time Pro Bowler, one-time All-Pro, a Super Bowl champion with the Dallas Cowboys, and a former MVP as well in Tony Dorsett. So an all-time Dallas Cowboys great Nicole is going to be going home with you today. So she's conquering the NFC, man. Conquering it. She got one from every division.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Common has a great Tony Dorsett stat.
Oh, okay.
He's currently the only player to be in the top 10 in both college rushing yards all time and pro rushing yards all time.
Very nice. Yeah.
I'm assuming that, and he's sitting at 10 right now in NFL, so there's a chance that he'll be bumped off soon by King Henry. But at the moment, the stat is still alive for Common to use and for myself to use.
For all of us to,
for all of us to use.
Nice community
Tony
stat.
Dorsett, obviously, iconic franchise with the Cowboys, but only player right now, top 10 in both college rushing yards all time and pro rushing yards all time. The box is
over there. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, great stat. Great show so far, to say the least. So really quick, guys, before we get off, just want to show you guys, Jeff, I know you're just tuning in, my man. In case you haven't checked the live website already, just to give you guys a sneak peek for what we have going on here at the noon show. Going to show off some of these helmets as well that we're going to display for you guys at the 12 o'clock show. Just wanted to get some things put away. But we have the College Lottery Series and the jerseys. Looking to refill some of those. We have 6 spots left available in the double box break in the College Lotto. We are still wide open across the board in the vault. After Nicole did a great job of selling out that double box break in the vault that you guys just saw us open up. Also in the Diamond Series as well. No action in there as of right now. Just 6 spots left in the double box break for the Depth Chart Series. We are down to 5 in the practice squad. So we have 5 photo headliners available in there. 7 spots left in the single box break for the College Lottery, looking to get into that. And the mini helmets are starting to get some traction. 5 spots left in there. Only $52 a pop to get into those mini helmets. So
and the minis, it's an automatic double box break.
Automatic double
box break in the minis.
In the minis for that. So a lot of heat today, Chinmay. So we started off with the Jackson Smith and Jigba, then went to the Mark Clayton, and then we wrapped ourselves up with the Jordy Nelson and Tony Dorsett. So what are you? What was your favorite today out of the 4 things that we pulled?
You know, I gotta be biased a little bit and stand my Packers. So I'm going with the Jordy Nelson. That was phenomenal.
I am shocked. Nothing but shock on the look of my face over here. But yeah, no, the Jordy Nelson, you heard me say it too, is definitely a beaut. But I'm going to do something I haven't done before to talk about my wrap breaks. I'm going to go with a jersey. I'm a big Jackson Smith and Jigba guy.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be one of the best wide receivers for years to come in the National Football League. And great job by Jamie Cortinez to win that. And then the last 3 from our newest hopeful regular here in the break room, and Nicole Demily. So hopefully you guys will tune in and join us. We're going to step away for the next 45 minutes or so, get ourselves some brunch, as Chinmay and I decided on, here in the UA break room. So for myself, for Chinmay, thank you guys for tuning in and getting yourselves started off with a good at 9 a.m. Show with us. But the new one is going to be even better. So make sure to tune in to Ultimate Autographs today at 12, 3, and 6 o'clock here tonight. And make sure to tune in on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube as well. Also, if you enjoy us, make sure to let friends, family, your gardener know about us as well. Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, across all platforms out there. So thank you guys for making my morning so much better, and I hope to see you guys at noon. Have a good one.